Wow. Greetings, beings whose souls are bound by gravity. My name is Announcer San. I am here to announce. He arrived from the future year 23XDX. This hero of hope is also a tomboy from the future. This gorgeous android Onesan will today build or continue building the Gundam Mk-II Titan's real grade model kit. And thus I give you the one, the only, the Maru, the Senko. Wow. I'm a bit small, let me come closer. There we go. I'm not muted, am I? Not muted. Okay, good. Good. It's just I have too many I have too many bars on here. Too many bars. Too many bars. Actually, you know what? We can hide that. We can hide that for now. There we go. Maru is rapidly approaching a location. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are back. We are back. I think I need to move that. I think that chat needs to be a bit higher up. What do you think? I think it needs to be higher up. I think you guys are getting, you know, a bit. You're putting on airs, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't enjoy that. You guys putting on airs. What do you think you are? Who do you think you are? But if only I could somehow find the chat thing to move it. There it is. There we go. Just so we have a bit more room. Coleman, the screwed up sleep has arrived to say hello. Hello, Coleman. Also, hi, Sock. Hi, Captain. Hi, Skylarka.
And his name is John C.
Yeah. Okay, so Gango, we are here today for the I don't know why my eyelids get so dopey when I'm like on the side. Anyway, today we are I'm actually not drunk Kongstrong today. We are continuing the build of the RX 178 Gundam Mk-II Titans. I don't. Okay, the problem is that this should be here. That's the problem. So yeah, welcome. This is looking gorgeous. So if you weren't here last time, in case you weren't here last, I'm almost gonna make the box of the model kit a bit smaller as well, so that we have a bit more room. There we go. So we're not so. And if you don't remember, yeah, my hands are bare right now. Deal with it. I'm gonna put the gloves on in a second. So Gango. If you weren't here for it, basically the Gundam Mk-II Titan's real grade, it's an early real grade, and so a lot of the skeleton comes pre-assembled. Obviously, not all of it. I did have to do a bunch of work and put in a bunch of pieces, but a lot of the base skeleton is pre-assembled, and this entire bit of the arm was pre-assembled. And look at these pistons. Look at. Hang on. Okay, let me put it like this so you can see it against the green. You see that mechanism? Check this out. Look at how it moves. I don't know if you can appreciate that it's moving there. Can you appreciate how it's sliding there? It's kind of sliding. Can you? Oh no, you can only really see it when you flex a bit more. There you go. Do you see how it slides there? I had to put that in, but this came all pre-assembled. And then there's this back piston. This is like the triceps of it, right? And again, that came pre-assembled. I just needed to snap that in, and look how it goes up and down how it goes up and down when you flex, right? It's pretty incredible. It's ridiculously impressive. It's a shame they're not doing it anymore. I understand why they're not doing it anymore. It's probably expensive to do as well. And the same on the knee, of course, on the legs. This entire thing was like one part. I added armor. I added more pieces. I added this. I added a bunch of stuff. But it has the cables back here. These cables are giving me a bit of a conniption because I didn't cut them right because they're very difficult because they relate to moving parts. you know? So these are too long and these are too short. You know, what can you do? This one's coming out and fraying. I feel like I need to have another go at making this kit from scratch because this one is fraying over here. We're doing what we can, folks. They get floppy over time. I didn't know that. Because they feel super tight. Oh, they use that frame for the Sinanju. That is insane. That's too complicated. That's too heavy a kit. For them to do that in. Anyway, Gango, we have a lot. We have a great show for you tonight. We're gonna have Captain Hurricane on in a second, hopefully. By which I mean like when I jump on the chat. But I just wanted to say hello first. And yeah, we're gonna keep on building. They start really tight and go super floppy. Oh no. I hope that doesn't happen to the Mark to the Ariel. I wanted to get my list of topics. So Cap, we're gonna deal with my list of topics, whether you like it or not. I am sorry, champ. Anyway. My list of topics is right here. The topic number 1 is just one word, all caps, Wactor. Listen, it's my stream. We talk about what I want. I mean, we talk about what you want as well. But mainly me. Because it's my stream. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know it. Alright. Get in there if you want, Cap. Have fun with that. Time to try to fix my sleep schedule. No worries, Coleman. Thank you so much. Wactor, more like Wactor. Am I right? You're not the first person to make that joke, and you're still making it. Ah!
Yeah.
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 Ah. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, Capca. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
For you, the day that Wactor sued one of its South American talents was the most interesting day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
But for Mado-chan is the CEO. For Mado-chan, it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
God. How are we doing, Cap? How's your Bison Tuesday?
My Bison Tuesday is going well, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes. Game over.
Continue.
It's simply using electromagnetism. Surely you've heard of it.
Surely. Oh God. What? That that movie owns. I think that movie owns.
It's great.
I just think that movie is fucking good. And if anybody thinks that movie is bad, I don't think they understand cinema or comedy very much. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't think it was meant to be the way it was, but sure, yeah.
I don't know, because it has... No, listen. It has too many... I honestly think it was intentionally made to be campy. Because it's too funny. Like...
Oh, yeah, it was that way, yeah.
Not so bad it's good. Like, okay. The Phantom Menace, it's so bad it's good. It's funny because it's bad. But... Fucking... Street Fighter has too many funny jokes. Like, quick, change the channel! Too many good jokes like that. You know what I mean?
When I first saw the film, I was a very young hedgehog, and I would quote that alarmingly often, considering other people I knew had not seen the film.
God.
As you do, yeah.
Terrible. Hidoi one, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cap, we have a list of topics here.
Ooh.
And but you told me you have a new brain rot. You were saying to me earlier you have some new brain rot to share with the class. What is your new brain rot?
Well, it's just related to the old brain
Ah!
rot, really.
Thank you for the follow, Jaylon. Thank you.
Hello, Jaylon. Yeah, down. Was that the sound that makes for it? I've got your stream.
No, the follow sound is Gorgura going like Gorgura Megalovania.
That's right. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my brain rot is. So
yeah, keep talking.
People may know. Well, in fact, this morning I got delivered an issue of Shonen Sunday, which is the magazine that Call of the Night is published in. And the reason I got it is because Nazuno's on the cover. It's actually a very nice cover. I quite like it. I'm gonna have to put it in a frame. But these manga magazines, your Shonen Jumps, your Shonen Sundays, they're like A4 magazines. Like compared to the tankobons we get, which are like smaller than A5 or whatever. I'm like, oh okay, it's bigger. so there's me thinking, oh, what if I collected some of the issues with color pages? You know, just move the goalposts of what I want to collect, because that's healthy, right?
Yeah, like the healthy thing is once you collect everything that you want, is to then collect more so that your house gets full of garbage.
That's right.
Yay!
So that, unfortunately, because Call of the Night wasn't super popular until recently, and due to other reasons, like I guess Shonen Sunday was never really super popular in the West because it wasn't the famous one like Shonen Jump or whatever.
I honestly have never heard of it.
No, yeah, well, this is the one that Yurusei Yatsura was in. Detective Conan's in this.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Komi Can't Communicate.
No, never heard of it.
Other stuff that you may or may not have heard of.
May not have. I have not heard of any of these ever.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, hang on a sec. Cap. Sorry, can you give me a moment? I'm sorry. Hey, Maxwell. Welcome back. I asked you last time to not call me that, and please call me Maru. And I will not ask again. Thank you. Cinco is fine. It's part of my name. But yeah, I go by Maru. Thank you. Cap, you were saying?
I was saying.
Shonen Sunday.
So basically, it's difficult to figure out, especially for a manga that just hit, chapter 162 just came out, so, a lot of chapters to sort of sort out, and there's sporadic color pages. Now, I know all the chapters that had color pages just because they're on the wiki, the kind of fan wiki, and also some of the scan nations you find online, they'll always kind of include them because they're very, very cheeky and scanlating the actual issue. So if you can hear that, that's me taking the tape off this. Oh, that's why.
We can all hear it. We can all hear it. But please continue. By all means.
Yes. So I've been trying to figure out which chapters came out in which issue, and before 2022, that is becoming a fucking nightmare of a task because, everyone's like, oh, everything is just going to live forever on the internet. Apparently, the contents of, about, 100 issues of Shonen Sunday are not forever on the internet. So I am having a tough time figuring out how to actually find, I want to get chapter 4 of Call of the Night because it's got a very nice double color issue that was used as an eye catch in episode 2 of the anime.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. So I was like, so I've got a spreadsheet now, and I'm trying to kind of plug them in. And there's some stuff that I know for certain the numbers, and some stuff that I don't. So I'm making some guesses. And I found out that over the first 18 issues of its run, it released 19 chapters. I'm like, oh shit, what have I missed? What have I missed? Luckily, someone on one of the servers was like, oh yeah, they did 2 chapters in the first issue, and I was like, okay, so that makes sense of that. Which is good, because otherwise I'd have bought a Shonen Sunday. They wouldn't have had the color pages, and that would have been a waste of my 300 yen.
Because you're just looking for the color pages.
Just looking for the. Well, I mean, I have to kind of get the issues to get the color pages, because people aren't just really selling them on their own. But that's kind of all I want from them. So I'm figuring if I get them, then I can just carefully cut them out and put them in a folder or a frame or something like that. So,
yeah. Hey, nice. Ramses.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello, Ramses.
Go
That's
for
currently
it.
my brain rot.
Well, okay, see, the thing is, the interesting thing, Ramses has come at a great time because I was just gonna say how one of the things that I would like to do at some point when I have time, so never, because I will never have time ever again in my life.
Absolutely.
Is to I want to figure out when each chapter of the original Saint Seiya manga was published in its original run, because I think it will help me assemble a timeline of the cancellation of the manga vis-a-vis the cancellation of the anime, because both are connected, and we know this. And while there's a lot of fandom knowledge that's been passed down, I'm gonna say this, and Ramses might back me up here or not, but I'm gonna be honest. there's Spanish-speaking and Italian-speaking fandoms. We have a lot of people that document a lot of stuff, but also people are not as focused as certain parts of the English-speaking fandom, like the general English-speaking. You know, when you have like serious people in the English-speaking anime fandom, like Anime Tudes or Feast for Eternity Gundam, who want to document stuff. That kind of stuff happens in the Spanish-speaking anime fandom, but much less. So there's a lot of stuff that's passed down, and one of the things that's always been passed down in the Saint Seiya community is the way Saint Seiya got cancelled. But I've never been able to find a source, like a primary source, also because I don't speak Japanese.
Okay. Yeah.
Talk to Benja, the host of the show. Well, you know, get me on your show and I'll talk to them. Or I can just talk to them if you put me in touch. Thank you. But yeah, so like, that's the thing that I'm interested in. And you would think that Saint Seiya, having been at least at one point a major player in Shonen Jump, you would think that would be more documented than it is. And surprise, it's not. It's not. So that's the thing that I want to find out personally, because I really want to assemble a timeline, and I would love to know. I would love to like see if there's any interviews or any information about how that cancellation happened. I am more concerned about you and your time. Yeah. I am very concerned about my time. Thank you. I am worried. I'm worried. It's a problem. But
worried, Chandler.
I'm worried, Chandler. But yeah, so you know, so I get you. Like, what I will tell you, Cap, I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't know if it's something that you want to hear, and it's probably something you already know. But here I go. You're aware that the big regular compilation magazines in which these stories are first published, you are aware you're not supposed to collect them, right? They're not designed to be collected. Okay. Okay, because the thing is, they are designed to be disposable. They're designed for you to buy them on the way to work, read the manga that you like, maybe keep it for a couple of days until you read all the manga that you like, or read the other manga you're curious about, and then put it in the recycling.
Correct.
You're not, I mean, people collect them, don't get me wrong, people collect them, obviously, but ideally, like, the mechanism is supposed to be, you buy the magazines, you check out the stuff you like, you check out some other new stuff, and eventually you just buy the tankobon of what you like.
Yeah.
You know? So...
That's correct, yeah.
That's why it's so hard to track down, but especially Shonen Sunday, which is a magazine that I literally did not... I probably heard of it, but I can't remember ever hearing of it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, the only one I really knew before was Shonen Jump, like, obviously it's the famous one or whatever, but... Shonen
Ace is the other big one.
Shonen Ace, yeah.
In which BTX was published, because Masami Kurumada fell out with Shonen Jump over the cancellation of Saint Seiya. Hi, Sierra! Sorry, it all comes back to Saint Seiya to me, but right now because I'm reading Saint Seiya. Sorry.
That's fair. No, it's very funny though, because like I knew, I can't remember when I read about this. I think it may have been kind of when I was really starting to become a weeb in the late noughties, despite being a 3-year-old hedgehog.
3-year-old hedgehog.
But I actually no, I think so. I was reading. I may have read some of the Lucky Star manga, and I think they may have mentioned this, like possibly in some translations about how what's the main girl's name?
In what? Lucky Star? I have no idea.
Yeah, the blue-haired girl. Can't remember her name, but anyway, she's I think she's reading like a Shonen Jump or something, and I don't know if I looked it up or someone commented on it saying, oh yeah, that's kind of you kind of get the Shonen Jump and then you just chuck it and get the tankobon, and like someone mentioned that ages ago, and like I think they said it's basically printed on Bible paper, and they're not wrong.
Yeah, it's printed in like
right now also
phone book paper, right?
Yeah, and the funny thing is like,
did you call it Bible paper?
Yeah, it's a bad joke. Bible paper is normally like super thin.
Oh right, okay.
I don't know. Hurricanes are weak white. Is that me or is that?
Oh yeah. That's you. Yeah. So
sorry.
let me chunk you up. Say something.
Chunk me up, baby.
Chunked up, baby. Thank you, Sierra. That's always helpful. Please, always tell me. I am bad at being a streamer.
But the thing is, I can tell that because this is now my 3rd issue or something like this. And the fucking print quality is atrocious.
Yeah, it's atrocious. It's terrible. I had an issue of Shonen, I think Ace ones, because that's where they published the Evangelion manga, and I only bought it because Maru cute. Oh, thank you, Noodles. Welcome.
Maru is cute.
Oh, cool. But yeah, I remember I bought it only because it came with like a calendar, a calendar of Yoshiyuki Sadamoto's Evangelion
Sure.
art, which is beautiful and gorgeous, and that's why I bought it. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, like, the main reason I'm kind of like thinking about it is because, I mean, for the covers, you know, there aren't that many covers. In fact, like, I have a spreadsheet because
because you're broken inside.
I mean, listen. There are nine Shonen Sundays, you know, over the last 3.5 years, that have like a color cover for Call of the Night.
Oh no!
And
Sorry.
this is my third one. I have 5 in the post, and they've been in the post for 2 months. And I'm slowly trying to track down the original, the launch issue. But that has kind of skyrocketed in price since the anime has come out. I wonder why.
I wonder why.
But the other thing is, like, and I never really noticed it in previous manga I've read or collected, but maybe just because, like, I wasn't really paying attention as much. But, like, the whole concept of having, like, color pages in manga magazines and then just printing them grayscale in a tankobon is like, oh, I guess I get why, because printing in color is more expensive, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
you're trying to keep costs down. But it feels like then that those pages are just lost to time to a degree.
Well, if the manga is popular enough, they get polished in special editions. But
Yeah.
Ramses has got a champion red with the first chapter of Next Dimension in storage. Yeah, like for example, I mean, a good example is how well, probably not a good example. Gundam the Origin got published in Gundam Ace, and
Yes, yeah.
I don't know about the tankobon. I think the tankobon actually had the color pages, but the edition that we got, the proper edition that we got from Vertical, which I think is based on the Kansenban, I think, you know, those definitely have the color pages. But the print quality is superb on those. Like, honestly, I reread that manga sometimes just because it's such a perfect experience.
I'm assuming Jojonium has like some of the color pages as well, because that's a very
I
premium
have
re-release
no
JoJo.
idea.
But I don't.
I wonder about the Berserk, that fancy Berserk edition that is really expensive. The hardback. Ow, motherfucker.
I think it might, but I could be wrong. I think I read it might have, so who knows?
I just
but I know, I
nicked
think that
myself
Oh no!
like an
But
idiot.
I believe they did a reprint of Fullmetal Alchemist in Japan, at least, with like more fancier print.
Yeah.
Which had the color pages, I believe. But yeah.
Okay,
Well, I
I
only
think
found
I
out
have
about
all the... Oh, I need the G pieces. Sorry, please keep talking.
No, I was gonna say, weirdly, I only found out about the concept of color pages because I read Bakuman last year.
What, you didn't
So
know that
clearly,
was
I
a
clearly
thing?
know I didn't really know. No, it didn't really come up. But also I'm an idiot, so you know.
I wouldn't say you're an idiot. I would say that you're just, you know,
Ignorant.
you're just ignorant, champ. You probably also think that Rome existed. Champ. You're probably a Rome bro. You're probably a Rome bro.
The Roman Empire was invented by Mussolini to make Italian.
It was invented by the Catholic Church and reinforced by Mussolini to make Italy great again. Anyway,
Beautiful.
but yeah, no, that's cool. My current brain rot is, how the fuck am I gonna make Pomorampav's bow? My two, there are 3 possibilities right now.
Yeah.
And number 1 is I buy some. It's probably the most likely one. I buy some plastic clapboard, some plastic sheets,
Right.
and just like make it from that and paint it, like by hand. And since it's like a $5 for like 10 sheets, there's enough for me to like fuck it up or experiment.
Sure.
And maybe get some putty or something.
You could just make an actual, like, get some fabric and make a bow.
I could make a bow, or I could ask my mom to make it, because she actually does like quilting, so she knows about this kind of stuff. But then again, it's so small, and she has arthritis, so I don't know if it's a.
Okay.
I don't know if that one is a goer. So that's my current. Well, the other possibility that I have is that Coleman actually intrepidly found a supplier of like small parts for these kind of kits that actually makes a bow just like the one I need, and but it comes in a packet. Sorry.
No, I was about to say, what about like, kind of like doll stuff, or maybe like nail things that you can stick onto your nails.
Well,
because
before we go to that,
sorry, continue. Yes,
but
sorry.
yeah, but basically the one that he found looks really good, and could be a goer, except that it comes with like a bunch of other stuff that I don't need. But it also comes with boots that might be good, but it comes with a bunch of other stuff that I don't need, and the total price is like £25 before 30 with shipping. And right now, after all I've spent on Pomu, I'm really broke. I did not expect to spend this much, and I overspent, basically. I went over budget. We went over budget in this project to make a VTuber. So, you know, I need to be careful. But I also might get it in, because, you know, I'm not going to start the project until like late March, probably.
Sure.
So, maybe I'll get it next payday. But who knows?
Sure.
Like, it doesn't, that thing can wait until the end.
Anyway. Until the end, yeah. What about, I assume that the Bear Guy, Bear Guy 3, is, the bow will be too big for that.
Okay, so, hang on a second. Golden Soul, yes, it's Gunpla time. We're building the Mark-II Titans with Captain Hurricane by my side. So, yeah, the bow, so for folks who are joining us who don't know what we're talking about, I am making what's going to be the main custom project for me for the year. My first big it's not my first custom, it's the first custom to this degree, which is the Pomu custom, the Project PP, which involves, oh, hang on, Maya Franklin to the tune of the Gridman theme. Maru with a hedgehog, with a hedgehog. Hi, Maya.
That's right.
That's right. But yeah, so, I am making a custom model kit using mainly 30-minute sisters and some Kotobukiya parts to make a model kit action figure of Pomo Rainbow from Nijisanji English Wave 1 Last Light, one of my favorite VTubers. And I've got basically 90% of what I need. Now I need the paint, I need to figure out the bow, and maybe another skirt. But I already have a lot of stuff and a lot of accessories for her. So I'm really, really excited. And the idea is that I'm going to start it at late March and have it ready by late April, because it needs to be in time for her anniversary, which is in like mid-May. And I don't trust myself with, like, I'm not going to do it all on stream. You look like a ventriloquist act. But yeah, I'm not going to do it all on stream because there will be a lot of painting involved, which I'm not going to be able to, like, you know, do on stream. But I will try to do a lot of the assembly on stream, if that makes sense. Anyway, sorry, Cap. I just wanted to, like, let people know what we were talking about. In case they didn't know.
I can't remember what I was talking about before. So.
No, we were just talking about the bow. And
the bow, yeah.
You were telling me about the bear guy. So, Toxin had the same idea. Yeah, Toxin had the same idea. And it's a good idea. But especially the one for the petite guy. The problem is that it's not the right kind of bow in terms of shape, because Pomu has this kind of bow that is, apparently I've heard it's called a rabbit bow. The problem that I had when looking into this, is I don't know where the doll making people hang out, because when I Google this kind of stuff, all I get is like ribbons for children on Etsy. No matter how I Google it, no matter what keywords I use. And I don't know how to search this kind of stuff because I'm not involved in those circles. So if anybody watching knows how to search that kind of shit, let me know, because love to know personally. G12. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna use the normal thruster coverings, but in the not the prototype ones, and then on the shoulders for this Mark II. I mean, we're gonna use the prototype shoulders because I like them and I think they look cool. But yeah, how are you doing, Maya? But yeah, so anyway, Pomu custom. I have like my huge box full of Pomu stuff. I'm probably going to not build the other 30-minute sisters on stream, because that one is just for me to experiment, and probably will build it really fast. But yeah, anyway, I'm just like super excited. You have no idea how excited I am for this. I mean, you do, because you talk to me every day. So you actually have a better idea than most. Yes. Would this ribbon part work? Bandai Kakao Friends Ribbon Ryan version. I'm gonna look that up. Bandai. Oh, wait. One moment. Bandai Kakao.
Unfortunately, I don't think it will, but that's cute.
having a stressful one, so I came here to feel better. Oh, I'm sorry, Maya. Sadly, that will not work. That's very cute. It will not work because of the kind that it is. Because Pomus is like pointed. It's like pointed. You know, so it's not exactly that. I can't show it right now, but if you Google Pomu Rain Puff, you'll see what I mean. But that's really cute though, and it's a good idea, and thank you. Cap.
Hello.
What do you say? Actually, Maya just said that they're very stressed, and I'm like, I don't know if I wanna talk about the main villain of VTuber Twitter then. Yeah, Plaplate. Plaplate is what I'm planning on using, Colin. So thank you. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, Maya, I don't know if you maybe we should talk about something less stressful. Oh, I need one more part. I've basically been cutting out all of the parts for the leg armor to just do it all in one go, like some kind of freak. What's the other part I need? C12. Okay, C12. There it is. And then we can repeat it with the other. Are you a one cut or double cut? Double cut. Cut it once with my Bandai entry nippers, and then cut the second time with my Despiae 3.0 single-bladed God Hand clone alike nippers, which I honestly need to. They need a clean, man. They need a fucking clean. Hang on a second. Talk about whatever. I have no frame of reference for YouTubers apart from Gattai the Live and Jabroni Mike.
Brony Mike.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. As in, Maya keeps bringing him up and showing me clips, and I'm like, okay, never heard of this guy. But I love the name though. I need to clean this better. I need to oil it or whatever. Anyway. I've been through 3 God Hands already. It's so sad. Latest Pasito. Alexa, play. That is so sad. Alexa, play Meguri Ai. Space Alexa. But yeah. Well, okay. So we'll just talk. Shall we talk about the main villain of VTuber Twitter today?
Go for it.
So,
Yes.
Gango, we're talking about Wactor. Has any of you heard about Wactor?
You heard about this? You seen this?
Lo viste? Sorry, that's what Nito has. Okay, I'm just trying to get the parts I need. So Wactor is a Japanese VTuber company. This is the one that became. It's not as well known in the English-speaking sphere because their main thing that they became big for, like they were just like a small, your regular run-of-the-mill tiny Japanese agency, and they took the step of going to the Spanish-speaking market, specifically the Latin American market, and that is something that no other Japanese companies have done. Like, oh, fuck's sake, I keep dropping the pieces. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like Hololive and Cover, Holo, and Nichizanji. They have some Spanish-speaking VTubers, but they're not exactly like. They're not from in a Spanish-speaking branch, right? They're not. Oh my god. Okay, what part? 820. What's part 820? Oh my god. I'm just doing this because it's faster, and then it's like, oh no, maybe this is a bad way of doing it. Oh no, I think this is it. Yeah. I think this is it. Pretty sure. All right. But yeah, so they started debuting talents who spoke Spanish and Japanese, who were like a lot of them were Japanese and were learning Spanish and stuff like that. And it became very big in especially the LATAM community, which is like the biggest part of the Spanish-speaking scene for, well, numbers. There's more of us than there are Spaniards. Sorry, Spain. And so I was following some of them, and for a lot of Latin American VTuber fans, they were kind of considered like the Hololive for Latin America, because Hololive doesn't have a Spanish-speaking branch yet. I think they will eventually. Sorry, I need my glasses. And Spaniards, the Brits of Spain. No, the Brits of Latin America. Get it right. Anyway, don't get it twisted. So, Wactor. So far, so good. You're thinking, oh, Japanese company having talents in Latin America. Oh, by the way, I have definitely talked about this before. So if you've heard me talk about all of this before, I'm sorry for repeating information. But there's been some developments that you need to. Boy, have there been developments today, especially. I try to do my work and I keep getting distracted by all the fucking VTuber news. I tell you. But yeah, basically, in short, already people did not regard Wactor very highly because last year one of their talents graduated and they basically doxed them and said they were suing them.
Yeah.
And this is how a lot of English speakers know about them because this was in False ID's news show. Sorry?
Right, I said.
Oh, right. But this was like 6 months ago.
Sure.
And what started happening a while ago is that a lot of their talents started going AWOL. They started being like, they went completely radio silence. They would stop streaming with like messages saying, oh, they're looking after their health, blah, blah, blah. And stuff like that. So things started getting a bit suspicious because that had happened before. I believe it happened before to some talents that they were like, oh, she's on a break, whatever. And then that talent would surface independently without an announcement of graduation, and they would just start streaming independently. And basically, Wactor doesn't announce graduations. They basically, the talent leaves and then shit hits the fan. We don't know exactly but for all that we know about the behind the scenes that's been revealed by people that applied for Wactor and by people that hang on, I need my brush. I don't know where my cleaning brush is. I did a big bit of tidying yesterday, and you know the way that like suddenly nothing is where it should be. You know that thing?
I know.
Oh damn it! I don't know where it is. No, my brush. It's like a huge makeup brush.
Maru?
What?
What have you done with it?
I don't know what I've done with
You
it.
fool.
It's like a huge makeup brush, and I normally have it on my desk, and it's like gone, man. It's fucking gone. Did I put it up there? The problem is that I need this for cleaning my figures. So, bit of an issue, bit of a problem. I can't find it because I need to do a bunch of cleaning before my mom arrives.
That's fine. If you can't find it, you just graduate. It's all right.
I'll just graduate, or I'll just go radio silent and then disappear. Get disappeared by Wactor. What the fuck is this? What's it? Okay, I'm gonna look at my drawer again. Anyway, let's continue talking. Time to run distraction. Oh, what? Fly Gundam? I don't know what Maya just said. Maya just said something that makes no sense to me. It's an abbreviation or something.
Have you checked your BH?
Have I checked? Have I checked my rear end? Have I checked my buttocks? Have I checked my civilian casualties? Have I checked the back of my ass? Where the fuck is this? I'll send you a video after you're done. Okay. Where the? This is a problem. I'm sorry. This is an issue. I'm gonna use like a little cloth for now, and then I'm gonna tear this house apart. Motherfucker. Anyway, so Wactor, as we said, Wactor docks one of their talents, and one of their talents went on a break that with a message that was like right after debut. This was like because eventually they did a specific. They're also very disorganized, so this is gonna get confusing. They did a specific Wactor ES branch that had a couple of new talents, but also some of the previous talents that existed already got reassigned to that branch. So, for example, if you look them up in VTuber Wiki, some talents that were in the Wactor ES branch are not marked as being in the Wactor ES branch because they didn't debut in that branch. It gets very confusing. It gets very fucking confusing. So, anyway, this has been building for a while with a bunch of their talents. I remember that in January, there was like a lot of rumors that one of their talents had slept with the CEO, and then she went on a stream, and basically instead of to deal with the accusations, and instead of saying I didn't sleep with the CEO or it's true we're in a relationship, she said, well, there's no way for you to know that I did or didn't, so there's that. And basically that was her. Oh, wow. Sorry, yeah. I need to do the Fly Gundam. Sorry, I forgot. No matter what Maru is doing, god damn it, I need to remove that for real. Seiki no ikari o mutsukeru Gundam Mk-II Senshi Gundam. Pew! There we go. I can remind you to do so the best I can. But yeah. But yeah, so anyway, so one of these ES talents soon after debut was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break for mental health after the debut, and posted a message on Twitter, but people were like, this message does not sound like her. It sounds... Right. Ah, I got ballooned! Ah. They were like, this message does not sound like her. They were like, this message sounds like it was written by somebody else, like it was written by Meido-chan, who is the CEO. Right. And, what? Maya, you've been here for months. I've had this since September. Have you not seen this? How have you not seen it? Yeah, I'm sure you've seen it. Anyway, I need this brush so desperately. I am fucking freaking it. This, using the cloth is not good enough, and I do not know where it is. This is annoying. Good luck building a Gundam with no hands, you latex loser. God. Thanks, mate. I always know you have my back. I am so annoyed with myself right now. I don't know what the thing is. I don't have any other brushes as well. So... Anyway. Anyway, let's start putting this on. So, right leg armor. So there was already stuff like that, and I think that talent was called, I think that's Luna. I don't remember all the names. You'll have to forgive me. And she I think she's the one that sent a message by basically, while she still had access to the account, she liked a bunch of, you know, one-word tweet, like, you know, tweets that had like sentences that basically were expressing her feelings. Right. And that were kind of like poetic, and it was like really, it was quite something. I don't know how this goes in. This doesn't, where, this is like, oh, like that. This is tabs. Oh, they go up there, they go in there. Okay. So, so then, people noticed that a couple other, the other member of, that had debuted as Wactor ES, Neon, was also gone for like a week, and then she came back and did a stream, and this was the thing where that was really weird. In the middle of everything, she went and did a stream where she sounded distressed. Right. You know, it's just falling in the only place you will never check. Don't say that. Is it behind or inside the instructions? Maybe. No, it's a big brush. You don't understand. It's really big. But anyway, so this Neon went and did a Just Chatting stream where she was just like, yeah, I'm just like recovering bad mental health and bad physical health, blah, blah, but I'm okay. But everyone was like, Neon is normally like super upbeat. And right. This sounds like she's doing this under duress. And that was like a few weeks back. And then what happened was that, I'm skipping a lot of other details here, by the way. Right. But then, around that time, there were the biggest talent. Okay, let me try to tell this in a coherent manner. The biggest talent in Wactor was Hinami Sora, and Hinami Sora was so big, to give you an idea, that she had over 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is, you know, for a small agency, still pretty decent. Yeah. You know, it would be huge for an indie And for
Absolutely.
an agency of this size, it's really respectable. She was highly regarded, and she did a collab with Reimu Endo of Nijisanji English. So that shows you how highly regarded she was.
Yeah.
You know, like, and she had also been AWOL since the beginning of the year, and she started posting under a new account, like it was all confirmed. And she's now called Meika. And then
Sure.
she was tweeting, she released a cover, and then she released a statement. I'm probably messing up the chronology, but who the fuck cares? She released a statement alongside other ex-Wactor talents. At the same time they released it. Basically all of them detailing that they had graduated, and some of them, not all of them, but some of them were like, oh yeah, Wactor is also like pursuing, legal action.
Right.
Against us. I'm not gluing these because like I want the armor to be removable. Not that I'm ever gonna properly do it, but I want to be able to do it. And they all released these very damning statements. Wactor, in the meantime, was having a normal one by basically starting to say stuff like that they were gonna take action against people that are spreading quote unquote misinformation and defamation and all this kind of stuff. And they have been true to their word. Recently, for example, they actually doxed a person that was not a former talent.
Yeah.
But I'm getting to some more doxings that they've done. Where the fuck is the other A19? I definitely caught that one out. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm dealing with tiny parts. Oh, here. Yeah. Okay. So. That brings us to what happened today. Today, yes, they doxed a guy that was, I think, critical of them on Twitter by threatening him with legal action. Oh, I'm back. Thank God. Oh, people are saying that you have my brush cap, and honestly, I wouldn't put it past you.
Yeah. Hold on. Where's the brush?
I wouldn't put it past you. Would not put it past you at all, you treacherous hog. That was a bit much.
Brush.
That was a bit much of me. I would like to apologize to the electorate.
It's fine. Everyone knows that you. It's alright.
Thank you for the headbuds, Barry. How you doing, BT? You doing good? How was the raft stream? Hope it was good. Barry here was streaming raft earlier. I couldn't watch for a little bit because I was at work. Howdy. We're talking about bad VTuber agencies. Join in. But yeah, so anyway, the big thing that they did today was this. So as today in the morning, Meika, formerly Hina Misora, formerly the biggest talent in Wactor, famous Catholic VTuber Maru a hog molding on stream. What? It was nice. I couldn't find enough sand. We should play it sometime. I've played a bit of raft, and it's fun, but I'm really bad at it. I'm really bad at survival games. Anyway, so Meika, formerly Hina Misora, formerly Wactor's biggest talent, announced today. Oh, before I get into that, Neon, the girl that I said went on stream when still a Wactor member, and she seemed to be under duress. She also started posting us in a separate account. It's pretty confirmed that it's her, especially because it's been like very, very implied in several ways, and it's been shared around by the 4 girls that I mentioned before, including Meika, formerly Hina.
Yeah.
And so Neon seems to be out as well. But today, what happened was Meika announced her debut stream as Meika, which is really nice because, she's missed and she already has I think something like 60,000 subscribers on YouTube from her fandom. And that's pretty nice. And she's going to do that. I think that's tomorrow night, UK time.
Cool.
And it was like, oh, that's cool. She's going to come back. She's going to be Meika. She's not a Wactor anymore. Everything. It's looking good, right?
Yeah.
It's looking good, right?
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's go.
I love it.
Woo. Where's my button? Oh, where's my button to go?
Yeah. You love it, right? It's great, right?
Yeah.
And then. Just as that was happening, I haven't checked what happened after what, but right after I saw that, I went on False's Discord, and guess what? Oh shit! I put these in the wrong. I put one in one leg and one in the other.
Oh.
I am a
Maru
fool.
chan.
Okay, I'm gonna move that leg back, and I'm
Oh,
gonna put
Maru
this in.
chan.
Yeah, I'm an idiot, Chandler. It's fine. It's fine because it's the same pieces, so it's fine. I feel a butt coming, but Wachter, in their unlimited infinite wisdom, were like, you know, would be a shame if we in any way try to fuck with your debut. And they posted a statement, a communique, to use the Spanish language phrase. Well, it's not exactly translatable. That said that they were pursuing legal proceedings against the talent that used to be the person who used to be Hina Misora and Wachter. And they're pursuing, you know, they're going to, you know, charge her fines according to her contract, which, as we know from the leaked contracts, they are very big fines.
Sure.
And we have a foot, by the way. We have a foot. We have feet.
Yo, feet Ayo.
Ayo. And that they were going to pursue legal action against her.
Right. Yeah.
And so far, so terrible. The letter was on a lawyer letterhead signed by a lawyer, Japanese lawyer, shown in Spanish, and it included Meika's full name, full legal name, and her ID number from the country she's from. I'm not going to say what country she's from because I'm trying to not mention the docs publicly. I've talked about it in private a bit.
Sure.
The information is out there because, like, Wachter posted this on their Twitter, which will probably get taken down from harassment policies, on their website, which will be very hard to take down because it's a Japanese website and you would have to appeal to their ISP.
Yeah.
You know, good luck with that. But they also posted it. Are you ready?
Yep.
They posted it as a 1-minute video of showing the letter on her YouTube channel that has almost 230,000 subscribers.
Cool.
That she obviously does not have access to anymore because she's not with the company anymore because she graduated.
Yeah.
And do you know what happened to that? Everybody reported that for harassment, and YouTube took it down. Within a couple hours, YouTube took it down. I've never seen such a fast takedown on a corporate thing before.
Yeah. Oof.
So they literally are trying to... Did they staple the letter to her mom's forehead as well? Jesus. But not only... The letter doxed what city she's from as well as her nationality and her full name. And the letter also said that they're chasing legal proceedings because she breached the contract and acted in ways that are like immoral, unethical, and indefensible. And the chat, and now this is just like the what people think is this. So yeah, Jesus fucking Christ, what? Yeah, absolutely. It's fucked up. And what people are saying is that apparently some of the other girls, some of the other former Wachter talents who said that Wachter had threatened them legally, Wachter never ended up going after them legally.
Right.
And what people think is happening is that Wachter is doing this to ruin their careers, because then it will just make it much harder because this stuff is out there saying, oh, this person is like immoral, what have you. And like, yeah, that might not, you know, maybe an American company might go like, oh, this is some bullshit. But like another Japanese company might look at it and go, I wonder what this is about, you know?
Yeah.
Or they might go like, I'm not going to deal with this person. Because apparently already some former Wachter talents are not allowed, Nijisanji, it does not allow their livers to collab with them for stuff like this.
Right.
So basically this is trying to essentially, it's their very petty way to try to make it so that formerly Hina, now Meika, can't, you know, get into Niji or get into Hollow. So yeah, but Meika is in good spirits. She's like going lol, and she's still debuting tomorrow. I'm very excited. I'm going to be watching. But at the same time, I will tell you this. I've already seen hate messages at her because of the docs that are related to information that came out in the docs that, as I said, I'm not going to share.
Sure.
But yeah, so think about Japanese pop stars who lost their careers because they got caught with a jazz cigarette. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so that's what's been happening on Spanish language Latin American VTuber Twitter. In case you missed it.
Cool. Great.
Yeah, a very normal company. Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Do you think I should apply? Should I audition?
Oh,
For Wactor?
for certain. Yeah. Absolutely. Sounds like a great plan.
I should definitely audition for Wactor. Especially now that I've put out a lot of tweets. Like I put out a tweet today that said Wactor retire bitch. I think
Perfect.
they will love me there.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, Cap, what's your take on the situation?
It's a lot of bullshit and whack to suck, and I'm glad I don't really kind of get deep into this stuff. Probably great to no end.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
busted. Pretty busted. Pretty cringe.
But not the cool busted like the old band. Busted.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's basically like a lot of us are joking that we're like it's a black company. That's not in question.
No.
Because like the company address is literally Meido's, the CEO's flat. They don't have offices. It's just this guy's flat. Wactor.
Cool.
They're called Wactor. 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 Also, they announced today, by the way, that they are mildly rebranding their existing branches. What a surprise!
Yeah.
For example, Wactor ES, I think is going to be called S-Tella.
Right.
ES-Tella instead of Wactor ES. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire Latin American fan base knows that they're fucking dodge. God. I wonder why. Oh, hey, weather friend. Yeah, Maru is up, baby. Maru is up and has a little hedgehog on her knee who is 3 years
That's
old.
me. Hello.
Not really 3 years old, by the way. Twitch. Not actually. That is a joke. No, because people have gotten their channels shut for that. I don't know if you've heard. But like,
yeah, I've heard similar stuff. I'm also 8 inches tall. I don't know if that
You're
breaks
what?
into TOS, but
Sorry?
8 inches tall. I don't know if that breaks into TOS.
well,
So yeah.
possibly. But anyway, yeah. Oh, eating a food. That's good. I am personally quite hungry. Okay, let's put this knee on here. I'm basically not gluing any of this armor because I just want it to be removable so I can show all these fun internals. Reporting. Did you eat? I ate a big pretzel and I was gonna eat a sandwich and then I had to do work. And so I did not have time to do it. Okay, let's yay, let's keep going. So anyway, Wactor, no thank you.
Max a retire, bitch.
Yeah, Wactor especially made the chant of Wactor agency retire bitch. It's just so cringe. It's just so absolutely cringe. Like
Maximum
it's
cringe.
yeah, just trying to intimidate people and just fucked up.
Yeah.
Very, very
Sucks.
fucked up. Yeah.
Sucks.
So what's fucked up is that I think like a lot of people applied to this company because it was like seen as legit. And I think it's a good reminder. Oh, thank you for the bonk, Maya. New Peter Pan movie trailer just dropped. I think people need to remember that bad companies exist everywhere. And yeah, you know, I know that a lot of us dream of being in HoloLive, and you're like, oh, you know, if this other Japanese company, you know, but there are a lot of bad companies in Japan as there are everywhere, you know. So
Yeah.
gotta be careful. Their contract is fucking draconian, by the way. There was a person that never got in, that got in but then rejected it because she hated the contract, and she leaked the contract because she was like, they never made me sign an NDA.
Oof.
And she leaked
Nice.
the contract in like January, And it was dreadful. It was dreadful. It was extremely draconian. And it said stuff like that if you breach contract, we will fine you like $17,000. Well, in yen.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was just like some fucking bullshit. Anyway, yeah. Fuck Wactor. Don't
Yeah.
follow Wactor. I also shared the rebranded names. I shared that tweet. Please check it out on my Twitter. And don't support Wactor. Support Meika and all the other girls. They're constantly
Support
retweeting each other.
Gattai
So
the
if you
Lion.
look... Sorry?
What gets either line?
Well, yeah. I was just talking about this situation.
I know.
I was not talking about us. I wasn't trying to make it about us.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're
Bad
okay.
joke.
You're okay.
Bad
You're good.
joke.
You're good. You're good. Japanese idol life is shite. I don't know. You get as many not boyfriends as you want. As in, you get to not date people as much as you want. And for me, that would fit me just fine. I ain't dating anyone. I mean, I'm married, so I'm a married woman.
You're married, yeah,
so
true.
I am married.
What was I going to say? Yeah, there's a VTuber I know who has a secret other life, and she had to have one of those draconian don't date other people contracts at one point, so...
Wow.
yeah.
I am glad that I'm not hot in real life.
And
'Cause
like,
then-
she isn't
you know.
even, like, she moved to Japan. She isn't even, like... I don't know if she's Japanese now, but I am. So, yeah, she moved there from another country when she was an adult, so...
Yeah.
That's even weirder to me.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad that I'm not hot because like nobody's gonna hire me to be an idol, so it's all good.
No.
I'm also too old,
Ancient.
and that's why I rebranded away from being an idol, even though I still sing super good.
You do.
I do. I mean, you know, I'm not like an amazing singer, but I just sing all right. I sing decent. Okay, how do Cap?
Hello.
How do I?
How
Get
do
to
you?
a night
Well,
without you.
that's
How do
without you.
I? Wait, what?
Well, I'll give you some good news. Since we've been talking, I've been able to confirm which issues had color pages for
Oh, thank God.
4 or 5.
Oh,
Issues.
I was worried.
I know, right?
Oh. I'm sorry, that was really dismissive. That was really mean of me. I'm such
I mean,
a fucking
is
jackass.
Is it really like what's the word? Do I have to do what I'm doing? Yes, but you know,
Have
it's
to
not
know,
living.
but you should. I mean,
Yeah.
should? I don't know. Should you? I'm not sure. Maybe not. For your health. But you will anyway, so who am I to
and my
stop you?
wallet.
I know, wallet. Yeah. God, I need to, you know.
How many have I got in this cart right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Although 5 of them are around 300 yen, and one of them is like 1500, because I think it's like supposed to be it celebrates Detective Conan's 100th manga volume. And I'm
Wow.
like,
Only 100?
No, 100 chapters, 100 volumes.
Only 100?
Okay, yeah.
One Piece has been going on for a shorter time. That's why I'm surprised.
True. Yeah. No, yeah. Someone was like making that like, what's the word? Comparison compared to Berserk, and it's like, well, One Piece is kind of the most absurd comparison for like.
Well, also, I
amount
mean,
of
the
chapters,
the better comparison is then 5-Star Stories, which started 2 years before Berserk, 1 year before
Yep.
Berserk, and it only has
Now
17
14,
volumes.
isn't it? Yep.
What? Yeah, 17.
Sorry, 17. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a very interesting thing. This piece. So it actually slides between this piece and this piece. It's very
Oh, yes.
interesting, and it's gonna
And it
fill
has a
in
bit-
that little gap.
Yeah, I do love kind of RG having like, oh, here's some color from below that we're gonna
Yeah.
show off.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Boop. And now it has that detail filled in for perfect color accuracy. Isn't that insane?
Insane.
That's insane in the
Very
main
nice.
brain. Chandler.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Insane.
It's false. It's false. It's false ID. Yeah, nobody knows what's happening with False's Nichi Sanji thing. They're waiting for Nichi Sanji to get back about the copyright thing. Nobody fucking knows what's going on.
Are they still not got back to?
They haven't gotten back to him or Kyo, which means that the copyright claims might expire because they've counterclaimed, and also False is lawyered up. False lawyered up. So it's entirely possible that Nichi might lose this one.
That'd be very funny if they do.
It would be funny if they do. Like, what the fuck? You know? What the fuck is with that?
Wild.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't try again if they fail. But anyway, I got a few more things to talk about. I never ended up talking about the breathing test that I had to do last Friday, and I think that's pretty funny. Okay, so we got.
You have to do a breathing test again? Oh,
yeah. I had to do a breathing test as part of like the ongoing. What?
I remember now. You telling me.
Yeah. And I didn't talk about it on stream, but I have it on my list from the other day. I think the other day because we ended up talking a lot about Rome, and how it's fake. Ancient Rome is fake. But no. Yeah, I had to do a breathing test. I got this guy. So there's a lot of there's people from all over the UK in our health service up here in Space Colony Caledonia, and I had an English guy who sounded exactly like John Oliver, and was called Josh. He was called Josh, and he sounded like John Oliver. Josh sounds like the kind of name that someone that looks like John Oliver might have, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I can do that. The foot can't flex much to the front. I mean, it can do it without the armor, but it can't really do it with... Oh, it can! Oh, the armor slides. Oh, wow, okay. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Oh, you're telling me those cables that from the back, they don't really... Can't really see them? That's wild. You put cables there and you can't really see them. They're just there. Okay, fine, whatever. Anyway, breathalyzer test. No. BRB, Josh Olivosh. No. It wasn't the breathalyzer test. It was that I have had a breathing condition. Oh god, these cables keep coming out on the other leg because they're too short. No. I hate.
Rip.
Life is pain. I hate. And they've been doing loads of tests on me, and so they were just doing what is called a spirometry. Was it a spirometry? Anyway, yeah, something like that. And they had this guy Josh, very very nice, had me. They give you a machine. And then you need to blow into it, and it's like you need to breathe in, and then just like blow with all your might until you are completely out of air and feel lightheaded, and you might pass out. So that's that's what you gotta do. And so they made me do that, and then after that they nebulize you. They put a nebulizer on you with some inhaler fluid, like you would have in an asthma inhaler, right?
Yeah.
And then you they give you 15 minutes for that to take effect, and then they go again. And the important thing that you need to understand, Yango, is that he said I had perfect breathing technique.
Oh.
Because he said that there's a specific way in which you need to do this breathing, and a specific technique that you need to do in terms of like breathing in and out. And he said that mine was perfect from the start. So what I'm trying to say is this is yet another instance of me being a genius. I immediately was able to breathe properly. So I'm even good at random hospital tests. I'm probably gonna get an A on this one. I'm feeling an A. I feel like I'm gonna get an A. Hopefully not an A minus. That would drive me insane. I think I'm gonna get an A.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think I'm gonna get an A, and I'm probably gonna win some kind of prize. Some kind of patient of the month. 1000th patient. Anyway,
absolutely.
I just wanted to let you guys know that my breathing is perfect, and I am a genius because I can immediately grab stuff like that. Maru's so talented. Thank you. Maru Master Hamon user. Yeah, they did me. It was cartoony. It was like cartoony. It was until I almost passed out.
Wow.
And the guy, I had to do it several times because even though the technique was perfect, like sometimes you do it in the wrong order. So the technique itself was perfect when I did it. It's just that sometimes I did some stuff in the wrong order because basically I needed to wait for the machine to give the go ahead. But the machine had like a thing that showed it in a monitor that was like blue. And he would point at it going like, okay, the machine says you can go now. And I don't know what it looked like because I had my glasses off because I had to have my glasses off to put the breathing thing on me. So I had no idea what the fuck that looked like. And even still, perfect technique.
Incredible.
I know.
I'm very proud of you.
I know. When it comes to keeping track of brushes though, Colin Soul, you're on notice. You're on notice. Anyway.
It's fine, I'll protect you.
Maru gonna get that prescription gas mask. Hey, Boots! Well, yeah. That's all I gotta say on that, Cap. How's your breathing technique?
Pretty good. Thanks to all my ASMR and singing lessons, I can do nice and deep breaths. Hell yeah.
You have singing lessons?
A few, not many. It was mostly last year. I haven't really had any in like about 6, 7, 8 months.
Okay, because I haven't. I can't remember the last time I heard you sing.
You haven't. You've never heard me sing. I don't think. Other than like when I've just been done singing, like just randomly on here. But no, yeah, I kind of because I've always wanted to learn to sing really. Because I used to be in the choir when I was like a very, very young hedgehog.
Yeah.
But I've not done it many. I don't know. Mums, as they are, Mama Hurricane is very much like, oh, I'm sure you're like me, where you just can't sing, and it's best not to even try. Thanks.
No. It's not like that. Yeah. I mean, some people are not able to hear, pitch correctly, but that is like that's much more rare than people think, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, like most people, like 90% of people. I pulled that statistic straight out of my ass, by the way. But 90% of people can learn how to sing, no problem. Like, I mean, if I could learn, and I have a shitty voice, don't correct me.
You don't.
I mean, do correct me. I don't super love my voice. I'm very self-conscious about it, but I'm much better about it than I was years ago. So whatever. I can enjoy my voice while also not being 100% super happy with it. But I don't think tone deafness is really all that common. It's really just a matter of practice and confidence. Exactly. And I have confidence coming out of my ass. In fact, I had to get a plug in there. Get a special ointment, get a lather going. How are you doing, Cap?
Oof, wow. Good thing I gotta do my own stream soon.
Wow, that bad, huh? Oh my god. I didn't know you were streaming today, sorry.
I'd sort of maybe planned, like I might have to cancel just because like I got a few things to do and I'm leaving the barn tomorrow to go to the office for the old hedge job. So
the old hedge job, huh?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be out for a few days, and then I've got Papa Hurricane. I don't know if I mentioned it on stream. I might have done, but like my Papa Hurricane was ill over Christmas, like literally on Christmas Day, getting surgery, which wasn't fun for him. And we had to go and delay Christmas with them. So we're doing a very, very belated Christmas dinner this Sunday. It'd be nice because I love Christmas dinner. It's one of my favourite things to do, to eat, to make, to have fun around. My dad makes an excellent Christmas ham, so looking forward to that. Yeah, so that should be nice. Also, I think I've got a few stream related gifts that I've been wanting, like a stream deck. So
oh, nice.
Getting that, yeah. So
Epion style plug. What? Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. Oh, is that for your ass? So you can have that heat whip.
Oh.
Which is only really in its bum for dragon mode, but whatever. Yeah.
Oh, wait, how does this? Wait, what? How is it? What? I'm very confused by this thing.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. I understand it now. Sorry. I understand what I'm doing now. I was worried that I had misassembled something. I'm just stupid.
Yeah, you know.
And no, I don't actually think I'm stupid. As we stated, I am a genius. I'm
Correct.
just sometimes a bit bimbo. That's all.
That's right.
Because I don't know what to say and I'm stupid. I'm cute. I'm cute dumb. Anyway,
Sure, let's go with that.
but yeah, well, I'm glad that you're having like you're gonna have a nice family, nice hedge dinner with nuts and berries, whatever it is that you guys eat, whatever it is that you people eat.
You people eat.
Oh, this is the wrong piece. Wait, that's not the wrong piece, is it? It doesn't look right. Doesn't quite match. Hang on a second. What else have I got over here? Wait, what did I say it was? D1? No, G1. G1. Sorry, Cap. I'm just like
G1
in a sea of
Transformers,
parts.
ugh, crikey.
Ugh. Can you imagine? Would you Adam and Eve it? G1. And it was part number 1. No, number 19. And wait, no. What? No, D1. D1. Oh my god, I'm just so confused. So how many lives have I been living? 19. Yeah, I got 19. I'm pretty sure this is 19. So oh no, here it is. Wrong part. There's a piece that looks a lot like it. Hey, AJ. Hey, man. Bimbo moments happen to all of us. I know. Yeah. You know, you gotta relax. You gotta take them as they come. I have a lot of stuff on this list. I'm trying to think of stuff that is relevant to you, Cap.
To me, cool.
Yeah. Well, so that we can talk about it.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I don't think any of this is necessarily relevant to you. So we can talk about whatever. We can talk
Sure.
about whatever. Oh, have you I heard that the Shonen Jump app is really cheap.
Oh yeah, it's $2 a month.
Yeah, that's like
£2 a month. Yeah.
considering
It's
how much,
incredible.
like you just get all the back catalog, right?
You get a lot of back catalog. It's not full, but like they don't. As far as I can tell, they don't remove stuff. Someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I believe they don't remove stuff. They kind of slowly add bits. So like I'm pretty sure since the app has launched, they have every chapter that's kind of come out, and it's not just Shonen Jump. It's like Shonen Jump Plus and Young Jump, which I think is their
Yeah,
thing
so
in-
that means that they also got like Spy Family and
Yes, and
stuff.
Kubo-san When It Can Be Invisible, which is the anime that's currently on hiatus because the anime industry in Japan is completely right now.
Oh, what? Why? What?
Oh yeah, like, loads of shows just been going on and off hiatus because like staff just isn't there.
Oh,
over the
staff
past 2
staff
months.
shortages.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if you heard about like there was this one anime doing like AI background art, which is still being like
What?
still being touched up by like
Human
artists
hands.
anyway. So yeah.
Human paws. So I just wanted to point out that one of the interesting things about this kit is also that it has like two tones, so it's like a darker blue there and a lighter blue there. That's pretty neat.
Right.
Because in a normal version of this mobile suit, this part would have just been the same color.
Yes.
Barry says like I might have a higher than average IQ. Doesn't mean I won't tear my hairs out looking all over for a thing I've been holding in my hand the entire time. Yeah. What is that AI anime? What is it? What's it called?
Oh, I can't remember. I think it was like a Netflix one that's upcoming, so it's not actually out yet. But
Oh, I think I've heard of this. I don't know the name, but I've heard of this.
yeah.
I didn't know there was like a staff shortage crisis. Also, I missed another piece.
In general, like I think because you know a lot of stuff is there. Well, a lot of stuff is shipped out, but stuff is just generally shipped out a little bit. There is you know, like if say China has a little kind of COVID lockdown or whatever, it will affect Um,
Oh, of course, yeah,
production
because
and
of
stuff, so,
the
yeah.
outsourcing. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, so that was apparently because one of the shows I was watching last year, what was it? Isekai Oji-san, Uncle from Another World. That was a Netflix show, but that was kind of put on hiatus because there's stuff for it. It was actually quite a fun show. I really enjoyed it. But so I'm looking forward to it coming back.
Yeah. Maybe I should glue these pieces, but I don't know.
Firmed another color.
It'd be interesting to try this without any glue, because that's what I've been doing on 30-minute missions. That they've been so solid. Wait, I'm missing a part here, right? But yeah, I guess, you know, as long as COVID doesn't go away, these things are gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
I wonder, because like that was always the plan with Wish from Mercury, that was gonna be split, and I wonder if it was because they foresaw this issue, because the lockdowns in China have been going for a while.
Yes,
you know,
true. Yeah.
And I wonder if it's because in the recent past, like, I don't think we've had Gundam shows that were like 13 episodes a season. We had Gundam shows that were either a single 26 episode season or two 26 episode seasons, or just no seasons and just like a whole 48 or so episodes. So
yeah,
I don't, because I also don't know, because originally, because they said that G-Witch was gonna be they said it was not, or they originally didn't say it's 2 seasons. They said it's a split core. So they said that it is 1 season. But then at the end of the first core, they said, you know, continues in season 2. Yeah. So
what does that mean?
You know, so I guess that was season 1. But it kind of annoys me because I'm worried now, because what I really want is for it to have like a full Gundam run, a full year run.
Yeah.
And recent years Gundam shows have been doing that in 2 years or 3 years, right? Like Gundam 00 got 2 seasons. And the problem is that the way that they do things in Japan, we don't necessarily know when we don't necessarily know before they announce it. They don't announce it at the start. So if G-Witch is gonna have, if it's gonna end up having 48 to 50 episodes, if it's gonna end up being 2 runs of 26 episodes, roughly, they haven't announced it yet. We don't know. All we know is that we're gonna have a second season that's probably gonna be 12, 13 episodes. So you know, and that's So we'll see what happens with that, basically. Essentially. But yeah, okay, this thing is coming out, but at least the cable is staying in. That's something. So that fraying bit, let's see if we can cut the fraying bit with the other. But yeah, I'm very uncertain of what's gonna happen with G-Witch. I think that at the pace that they're going, they could resolve it in 12 more episodes. I just super don't want them to. I want them to take their time. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. No, I think you're right.
This is no good. It's no use.
It's you.
It sounds like if you Blue Lock. A streamer I was watching mentioned that I was planning to check out the manga. It sounds like what if Captain Tsubasa was Squid Game.
Oh yes,
Blue Lock is crazy.
That was recent. Yeah.
It looks crazy. I will check it out. I have one of my irrational resentments against Blue Lock that has nothing to do with the anime and is all to do with my own problems as a person. My resentment is that the best sports manga I ever read was Farewell, My Dear Kramer, and it got an anime adaptation a couple of years ago that was like 0 budget, and it was terrible. It did terrible. It looked terrible. It's a manga that is beautiful. It's kinetic. It's gorgeous, and it is. I have never read a football manga that made me feel like I was watching the match, in terms of like the strategy is so clear. I learned so much about strategy, about football tactics, more than I learned in my entire life of playing football. And they made an anime and the anime was shit. The anime was totally shit. The anime was like super low budget. It looked like crap. There is a famous scene in the manga where one of the characters does what is called a Marseille turn, which is a specific way to evade a defender.
Sure.
That is really interesting and complicated. And the scene in the anime, I watched it and it's like, do you know the kind of like very low frame rate, budget, like early Digipaint anime?
Yep.
It looks like that, and like it felt insulting, and it would not have gotten that treatment if it was an anime about boys, because it's an anime about women's football.
Yeah.
And it's the only major manga that there has ever been about women's football. The only other major manga there's been about women's football is Sayonara Football, which is the prequel to Farewell My Dear Kramer. So
cool.
I am mad as hell. I ain't gonna take it anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but the Blue Log is, it's about boys. So I guess it, gets a proper anime. Great. Happy for you. Sorry it happened. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. For what it's worth though, the Farewell My Dear Kramer manga did let me down in one aspect. They teased the Yuri thing and then they never delivered. The manga's so good. Oh, people are talking about Ice Shield. I've never read Ice Shield. Japan started losing at football. Oh, in Blue Lock. Japan started losing at football, so they hired this one eccentric nerd to make perfect team to win the World Cup. That sounds like Captain Tsubasa. Same guy who drew the OPM manga. This guy came to the conclusion that entire football team is worth shit and they only need an amazing striker. That is bad football management. And not realistic. If all you have is a great striker and the rest of the team sucks, you will lose.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time. And this has been proven. There's statistics for this. So what I'm trying to say is that this manga might be unrealistic. And I need all of my manga to be realistic. Like Chainsaw Man.
Say it.
The big letdown for you was no Seinfeld crossover. Yeah. No. Hey, wait. No. Hey. No. It's not referencing that Kramer. It's referencing Deadmar Kramer, a German footballer who's considered like one of the, great influences on the development of Japanese football. Because he was the coach of the Japanese national team, I believe, for a while in the 70s. And he's like the one that like kind of really helped popularize the sport because of how well the team did. But don't get it twisted. Well, not suck, but they don't need to be crazy. It's fun. It's definitely over the top, and the characters end up being so powerful and intimidating, it starts getting hard to believe that they're high schoolers. Yeah, that also sounds like Captain Tsubasa. They do some crazy shit in Captain Tsubasa. I'm not a sports jock, but I think a goalie is probably quite important too. I mean, you would think, right? You would think that. Because you're
Maru,
not a
I've got
jock.
more good news for you.
Oh, tell me.
I have figured out every single issue of Shonen on Sunday that has color pages.
Thank
Call of the Night.
fucking Christ. I was about to have a heart attack.
I'm glad that you didn't.
So am I, because it would have been a heart attack over a stupid thing.
Yeah.
It would have been the stupidest heart attack.
And there are only 5 that I've not found or have ordered or got shit. So, yeah.
I have a hate relationship with football because Poland has way too many hooligan fans. I hear you. Also, sorry that we kicked you out of the World Cup. Argentina did. Plus, everyone creams themselves too hard about it, despite my country being total shit at football. The Inazuma 11 kids are soccer wizards. Inazuma 11, I need to play those games because the anime fucking owns. It absolutely owns. It's super good. What am I doing? What am I doing, Cap? Just like in life.
I don't know. Not having it good.
Okay, that goes in there. That one goes there. That one goes there. It's like the Star War. Sounds just like Scotland then. Yeah, but, well, I mean, I will say Scotland is very, very important to the history of football. And to me, that counts for something. First international football match was played in Glasgow. Did you know that, Cap?
You may have told me before, and I may have forgotten. So I guess I've.
Do you know who it was between?
International.
First international football match between two nations.
Italy and Scotland.
No, Scotland, England.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that'd be too obvious. But
And
okay,
do you know
sure,
who
yeah.
won? Do you know who won? I'll give you a hint. Scotland!
That's good.
Come on, Scotland!
I like how your country lost. Like, yeah, cool. Oh no, I'm so upset that football was
I know you don't
lost
care.
a
I know you
while
don't care.
ago.
But deep in your soul, I know you're hurting.
It's true.
I know you're
Maru,
distraught.
So, are you aware of the manga / anime series Komi Can't Communicate?
No, I never check. I never check what straight guys watch on Twitter. What? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. You've guessed it in one.
Yeah.
That is sort of what it is. The popular girl has social anxiety, so the normal boy has to help her.
Oh wow! A boy can fix her. Edge of my seat for that one.
Oof, oof.
Edge of my seat for
Anyway,
that one.
I've had some incredible translations of that while looking for stuff, and my favorite so far is Mr. Comey's communisms.
Did that count as international back then? I think it did, AJ. There's a Scottish kid in season 4 of Inazuma 11 whose Hisatsu technique is called Bovril Typhoon. You made that up. You made that up. You've made that up. No.
Typhoon.
Stick it to the
That
Brits.
can't be
Yell,
real.
yeah. Yell, yeah.
Well, I mean, stick it. Berry. Scots are technical.
Scotland is a nation.
Yeah.
Okay, look at this beautiful armored leg. It's so chunky. So pretty. I need to
could kick a lighter coloured.
I'm gonna panel line it. I have never lied to anyone. How dare you? You lie to me all the time. You're made of lies. Scotland's sexy, probably. I don't know. I lived there for a month. It's nice. It's nice. I hope you had a good time. I mean, it's not all good, but you know what country is aside from Argentina? That's a joke. That's a joke. Argentina. It's heavily imperfect. Especially these days. Things ain't good down there. That kid ain't right, except the country. What were we talking about? Football? They invented the kilt and therefore fanboys. That's correct. William Wallace was a fanboy. Thanks for
I just
noticing.
had a buzzer on my things.
Sorry? What? Cap? Oh, he said that something buzz. I think our hedgehog is getting a package. Would you Adam and Eva's? Yeah, Scotland's alright. Scotland is alright. Wouldn't live anywhere else. Because I can't.
Okay, so that was my flatmate getting a
Alright. Nice. Yeah, I didn't hear you well, so I was like, what? Cap? Because I'm dumb. I'm dumb. They invented kilts, which led to the demo man from TF2 getting a cosmetic that bears his legs, so thank you, Scotland. No prob. I did that. I didn't do that. Cap, I did.
What did you do?
No, I didn't.
What did you
Yeah,
do?
Yeah, I didn't. No, because I said I did that in terms of like the demo man having like a kilt that wears his legs. I didn't, and I was like, I did that. I'm like, I didn't. I didn't. I had nothing to do with that. Okay. This kit is beautiful. The color separation is fucking insane. Insane in the membrane. I did not expect that.
Good.
I just thought it was gonna be nice, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, Cap, we can't keep talking about football all night. The people want to talk about other things. I know that you want to talk about football a lot.
Yeah,
even I get tired of talking about football. Oh god, that came out terrible. Anyway, so I'm sorry, Cap. I'm gonna have to interrupt. I'm gonna have to stop you there. You and your rants about football. that I know you want to do because you're such a true football murderhead.
Oh, that's right. True, that is a famous fact about me, that I love football. I love talking.
Famous. Yeah, you never shut up about it. Honestly, it's a bit offensive.
Yeah, enough
Honestly.
football talk. Time for soccer. Golin, you're now on my list. I was going to defend you, but for that, I might have.
Do not ban my chat, Cap. You do not have those powers for evil.
I mean,
Yeah, enough football talk. Time for soccer. Oh no. Actually, you know what, Cap? Ban the fucker.
okay.
Do not ban the fucker. What I will call him a fucker for saying that. Ah, raid!
Raid.
Who's raided?
Fractabellum.
Fractabellum, thank you for the raid. Cap, are you in chat? Can you get a
I'm in
shout out to
chat.
Fractabellum?
Yes, you can.
Danke.
But first, I need to
Fractabellum.
be very.
Hi, raiders.
I need to Kong you first, and then I'll shout you out.
I need to what?
I need to Kong you first.
Oh, you conked me. You devious hedgehog. How you doing, Fractabellum?
right.
How's things with you? How's your stream? What were you up to? Hope it was a good one. We are over here building
that
Gunpla,
what I meant to
talking,
do?
and as they say, chatting absolute fucking wham with my mate, who's a hedgehog.
That's me. A hedgehog. I'm sorry. I was just
Become a scam.
just confirming a couple of color chapters because I hadn't really had a proper confirmation. And I found a website that kind of just gives kind of a rundown of what's in in Shonen Sunday, and very, very funny comment on this issue with the third set of color chapters, chapter 8. Yofukashi no Uta is the first color again. You can see that the editorial department is pushing it, which I think is very funny.
Were they pushing it?
Were they pushing it? I don't know. As I was going through kind of all the color covers and color pages, like it gets a big push for like the first few months that it's out from and then like it gets a couple of color pages around its first anniversary, and then it kind of gets not much at all until the anime is announced, when suddenly it's
Yeah.
color pages and color covers.
I mean, Giselle because she's always ahead of the curve on this kind of stuff. She was telling me about it before the anime came out, and when the anime came out, she was like really excited for it. And I wasn't paying attention because I was like, I believe at the time I probably said something like, "Sounds pretty good. I'll probably check it out, but I won't lie to you. There's a guy in there." And you know, I don't swing that way. I'm sorry.
There are many. I mean, it's not. If I say this is going to sound like a harem, it's not exactly harem, but there are many women in there and many different orientations.
I will say that if you called it a harem, I would definitely not read it.
Oh yeah, it's not.
I am still traumatized from being an anime fan in the early 2000s, where every popular anime was a fucking usually bad harem show.
Yeah.
Like I still remember having to watch Love Hina to keep current, and that's I think when I decided that keeping current was fucking bullshit, and that most anime. That's when I realized that most anime fans had shit taste, because up until then it was like, okay, I where I came from, I was like, I like Saint Seiya, people like Saint Seiya. I like Dragon Ball, people like Dragon Ball. I like Sailor Moon, people like Sailor Moon, and whatever, right? And then when people started raving about Love Hina and Vanguard and Noir, I was like, oh, anime fans? There's some anime that is bad, and anime fans can have bad taste. Holy shit. And that's why Noir is a pile of garbage. But not as bad as Vanguard. Dear God, not Love Hina. Maru, Love Hina, super fun de Cinca. Oh, it's still like that. Oh, I know. That was how I broke my innocence. I moved to a country in one day to Mrs. Oh yeah, you played XCOM. XCOM sounds good. I never played it. Yeah, what Love Hina, I watched the anime and it was, checks notes, bad. And I read the manga because I actually liked the art style because it had like a certain simplicity to it. and I was reading it for a while, and I kind of liked it more because it was also it felt a bit more heartfelt, felt a bit less shitty. But then I also just like fell off of it because I was like, fuck this. I'm not as invested, especially not when at the same time Furuba was coming out. And Furuba, for all of its flaws, and there's many, it's still a much better manga. And I've reread a significant chunk of it a couple of years ago, and I was actually surprised at how well it holds up, even if it's not perfect, you know. But yeah. But yeah, no, fuck Love Hina. Fuck Love Hina, but you know what? Love Hina I'm not as mad, because Love Hina is shit, and I think that's kind of obvious. I am still mad at my friend that got me to watch Bandred and that insisted that I watch both seasons because, and I quote, you can't just judge it from just watching one season, you have to watch the entire thing. There was a lot of people that had this idea back then that you were not allowed to have an opinion on an anime unless you finished it. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine having that amount of time?
Things people still say that about stuff. Like I remember at an old job I was at, I was watching Doctor Who for my sin.
Doctor Who can be good.
Doctor Who can be good, and then it got to the episode with Matt Smith where he's in the Dalek Asylum, and I watched it and I was like, yeah, no, I'm done with Doctor Who.
Oh God!
Watching it.
That is not even the worst Matt Smith episode in my opinion.
Oh, it is not. No, probably not. I probably watched worse, but like, it was just afraid, but not great. I mean, there was a few other ones I wanted to watch. Like, I think there was one where he like into the center of the TARDIS, which sounded fun, but I just never got around to watching it.
No.
I did watch his Generation. I did watch the first like episode of Peter Capaldi, but it was so.
Peter Capaldi had a really good last season, in my opinion.
Cool.
Not perfect, but decent.
Glad he did. But anyway, yeah. So I was like, I'd watched, all of from the reboot with Eccleston all the way up to that episode, which was like, I don't know, maybe the third season with Matt Smith, because
that's you're talking about like the 7 seasons of the reboot then. Yeah.
Or
7 or 8.
So like one or 2 seasons later, I was saying I'd stop watching it, like it.
Yeah.
My editor at the time was like, "What? How can you say it was bad if you're not watching it?" I'm like, I've done my time.
But Doctor Who has been going since the fucking 60s. Fuck off.
Oh, that as well, yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
It's been going since the 60s, and also the way that they do Doctor Who now means that like you kind of have to buy in completely, whereas in the 60s it was like you can do the serials and you can just watch one. You can just watch like 6 episodes, and it's like, this is pretty decent, and that's it,
Yeah.
Hang on, I just want to read up what chat are saying.
Sorry, yes, I've been.
Love Hina was an okay story, got ruined by capitalism because they just needed to keep making it. Even when they finished Love Hina, they insisted there be a higher aspect to the next project. No, I'm sorry, Fractabellum, disagree. Love Hina was bad. Brother, I'm not watching a whole season of a shit anime. Okay, I will watch a whole season of a shit anime if it's funny. If it's funny bad, right? Which is why I want to really watch that stupid, ecchi anime about the guy who gets turned into the hot girl's dog. Because I think I was I talking about the chat? Because some of you are here very frequently. Boots or anybody else, have I told Chad about that manga? Because somebody I follow, I think it was, who was it? I think it was Sentai that read it. Maybe Sentai or somebody else who read it because like they saw the trailer for the anime and the premise is so shit that they were like, I have to know how bad the manga is. And then they read the manga and the manga was like 10 times worse. Sometimes I just need some trash anime to watch where I can turn off my brain entirely. Yeah, my problem is that I find it very hard to find true trash anime that I enjoy that isn't just gonna feel insulting. The only one that I've ever found, honestly, is Future Diary. That's my trash. That's my garbage. I relish in that garbage. One Piece is the reason we have a 3-episode rule. We can't say like you gotta watch 25% of an anime. Yeah. Good thing One Piece clears 3-episode rule all the time. I fucking hated Mirai Nikki. I love Mirai Nikki. I'm sorry to tell you. We can't have an opinion on G-Witch. It's not finished yet. Well, yeah, except it's very good. I need to take us to a quick ad break for a minute. So, if folks can, you guys could get a snacko, could get a cup of tea, and we'll be right back, eh, Cap?
Yes.
Or I don't know if you need to go to your stream or something, but yeah,
no,
we'll be right back.
I'm not really feeling it. Oh, what I do need to do is get some like a drink and some tea So
Yeah, I'm
arguably-
gonna get myself a biscuit.
Yeah.
Back in a minute, folks.
Bye.
Yeah. We're back. Cap? Cap, you there? You getting a cup of tea? Cap? Okay, I think Cap went to get a cup of tea. All right, let's scroll up. I'm gonna go load my dishwasher. Barry gives most anime 2 episodes because Sword Art Online had an okay first episode and the second was earth-shatteringly bad. Oh god. Oh wow. Okay, my phone is, oh no, low battery. It was not connected properly. Oh no. Is it charging now? Sorry, one moment, chat. It's not charging? What? Sorry, Gango. I'm having some I'm gonna pop some BRB again. I'm sorry. Ah. Oh, finally. God. Okay, sorry. My iPhone had decided to it wasn't plugged in correctly. So it was not charging, so it was like 20%. Yeah, so I hate Sword Art Online. Just Star Adventure has such a fast-paced, confusing first episode, I almost gave it up. Yeah, I will say what my method is in a second. I give most series 1 episode. Darling in the Franxx goes from being pretty okay to really awful. It's hard to watch from the start. Hey Ellie, welcome! I was watching Trigger anime, level of badness is suspected. I'm gonna watch the first episode of Darling in the Franxx. Man, took itself way too seriously. Trigger anime usually go a bit silly, Darling in the Franxx doesn't. Gonna empty my dishwasher again. Good thing that Trigger made Gridman. Yeah, Gridman is fucking great. Gridman's good. But yeah, hi Ellie. Sorry, I was having like an issue there. I haven't watched Darling in the Franxx, so I don't have a horse in this race. Let's get stuff for leg number 2. Oh, Dinosaur is so good. Well, I like the mecha in Darling in the Franxx, which is why I was thinking, is that the one with the guy that is like, I am the hottest Bishonen in the universe, it's me, I am the guy, I am the hot dude. Is that the one? Because I want to watch that. That sounds funny. So yeah, welcome Ellie. We're talking about anime. We're just talking about like how our technique to watch anime. So my thing is, right, I am a very sporadic watcher of anime, and that's not because I don't like watching anime, but it's just because I have the ADHD and I'm very busy, and often I watch stuff when I eat, and I don't like watching dubs. And if I'm eating, reading subtitles is really hard because I'm looking at my food. So I'm very bad at watching anime is what I'm saying. I'm better at watching anime when I watch it with people. So I'm very bad at watching, and my thing is, I don't need convincing to watch an anime a lot of the time, because like, honestly, my list of anime that I need to watch is so huge that I will never finish in my lifetime, honestly. And but I sometimes do watch something new. I mean, I have a couple of rules. Wow, okay, wow, weather friend, that is, oh my god. 2 of you said doggy style. Wow. Barry and I imprisoned for crimes. I'm being arrested by Automod. Oh no. I didn't like Darling, but really wasn't directed by Yoshinari or Imaishi, who directed Kill la Kill, Little Witch Academia, and Promare. Yeah, I mean, I'm partial to Akira Mamiya, who did Dinosaur and Gridman, and soon we're gonna get the Gridman film. You know, Gridman Universe film. Really excited for that, personally. That's like a little mask of the Gundam. That's very nice. Yeah, I watched season 1 of Little Witch Academia. I need to finish season 2. I just, you know, was watching it with a person that's no longer in my life, so it's a bit difficult. It's not true what they do in the anime. Don't blame me. I'm not blaming you. Not far from how the cockpit is laid out. Super Gridman Bros, the movie, exactly. Sadly, it's gonna take a while before we get it. But I think Cap sent me. Did Cap send me a message? No. No, probably not. Okay. Boys and girls must follow together for reasons. Oh, Amamiya also did Inferno Cop. I've heard that's good. And didn't he do also Space Patrol Luluko? Right, it's just another anime attempt at forcing Japanese people into getting married and making children. What the fuck? But yeah, so I have 2 criteria for watching anime. One is in my list and I really want to watch it, and that's very random if I will want to watch it or if I have time to watch it. With my ADHD and my time management issues and my fatigue. Unless I'm watching it with somebody, that just makes it easier. Otherwise, I'll just watch 1 episode every 2 months. The other is I will always watch a Macross or a Gundam show as they're airing. Almost always. I didn't watch Build Divers and Build Divers Re-Rise because I started watching Build Divers when it was airing and I didn't super love it. And but a mainline non-build Gundam show, I will always watch it when it's airing. Hi, Messi S Rocket, welcome. My family won't do it either. It's amazing, but no, I won't make people have kids. Well, it's about adopting a kid, isn't it? So, I love Spy Family so much. I love it. It's a great show. Yeah. The other method that I have to watch an anime is if Giselle is on my ass to watch it. Like, sometimes I will be, I'll be like, right, I want to watch one of the anime that Giselle recommends. Giselle is always recommending me anime. What the fuck? What the fuck? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Where were you? Where did you go?
Where did I go?
Where did I
come from? Where did I go?
Yeah, where you gonna get a cup of tea?
Joe. I didn't get tea. I said I was when I said tea, I meant in kind of a northern way of like dinner. So
Oh, okay.
I liked
Sorry.
dinner. So yeah.
I
It's fine,
didn't.
no,
I didn't connect with that because of the way you don't sound northern at all.
We always used to call that when I was a wee hoglet. Like if you have dinner at lunch, if you have a big lunch,
Aye.
then I would always call like a light evening meal tea. But yeah, some people might say supper.
I always
I say
that always-
good for you.
that always reminds me of like that scene from Space, where Brian, the artist, he's like, I'm trying to approach painting in a more in a new way without actually touching the canvas. I'm using my penis, and Tim is like, finally, and Brian is like, do you want to see? And Tim is like, nah, I just had my tea. Space is not perfect. Don't necessarily recommend it for people now, but
absolutely not. Yeah.
God, Chad is fucking like going hog today. I don't know why preventing people from getting married. Body pillows exist after all. You saying you don't like the Build series? I like the Build series, but I liked Build Fighters, and Build Fighters Try a lot. Especially Build Fighters. For me, it's been diminishing returns ever since because I loved Build Fighters, and then I liked Try, and I didn't vibe with Build Divers. But I do want to watch them eventually because I want to be able to say that I've watched all of Gundam just because I am fucked in the head.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I am there. So
yeah. But yeah.
There's a lot of
Maya is like, I'm gonna be real with you, ex-Prime Minister of Japan. This will not reduce Japan's declining birth rate. Oh, look, that guy's got a thingamajig. Okay. Oh, so you're like Regan Lyra then. The only way they watch anime is if I be annoying, like, I want to watch this together. Well, if anybody ever tells me, like, for example, I've been getting through re-watches of a lot of Gundam just because I'm watching it with a friend. And I'm watching Leisner with my friend because she's a huge Ryosuke Takahashi nut. Shout me out if you're a huge Ryosuke Takahashi nut. Shout me out if the sight of a scope dog makes you nut.
No, it doesn't. But
It doesn't. What the fuck's wrong with you?
oh, how long?
Makes
have
me
you
nut. I see a scope dog. I hear the thrilling chords of Hono no Sadame, and I go like, I go like, hang on. Japan is also like, oh god, you guys are posting such long messages. Don't stop doing it. I'm just like trying to catch up. Let's include a total waifu. I'm sure no one will focus on yours exposed muscular back. Yeah, I'm sure nobody will. People who actually believe that putting baby characters in Precure is actually on purpose so people can procreate, which I don't know where to start of how ridiculous that is. One day we will watch Build Divers together, where I will, while I hold you at gunpoint, says Maya. Yeah, because Maya and I watched stuff together. We watched what did we watch together? Aside from Great Man and Dino, we watched the boxing anime about the boys who box. Yeah, Megalobox, yeah. And they watched Gundam Build. Barry's like, I'm fucked in the head because every year or so I watch the worst Otome reverse harem anime I've ever seen, Diabolic Lovers, in case you're curious. Is it trash? Because if it's trash, maybe I'll want to watch it. I need something as trashy as Future Diary. That's what I need. That is as delightfully fucking trash. Okay. What was I gonna say? No, my other method is, as I was saying, just like, one method is if someone like Maya is like, oh, do you wanna watch this together? And then I'll be like, yeah, let's watch it together. Or my other friend who is like, let's watch Leisner. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I've been wanting to watch Leisner all my life. I never can sit down, especially with older shows, because I'm stupid. And so, let's go. Let's watch Leisner. SPT Leisner. Aoi Ryusei, SPT Leisner. In case you're confusing it with any other Leisners. You always do that, Cap. You always confuse it with other Leisners, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
You shit. You
emitting
you whore.
Simulation of no electromagnetic radiation.
I don't know what you're saying anymore. What the fuck are you talking about, Jesse? Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? Am I Christian Bale or am I Heisenberg? A bit random, but I want to watch Votoms. Votoms is good. The guy from Saint Seiya worked on UIT.
Hedgehog, Maya.
Hey, hero girls! Yeah, Diabolic Lover sounds fun. It's edgy, obviously just advertisement for the game, and it's so funny in English. One anime I can recommend because of the animator who worked on his Casher and Sins. Gundam Fluff in the belly button. Yeah. One in the pocket. Yeah, we're like 7 episodes into it, that's my 11. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get that one done in no time, considering how short it is. But no, I really want to watch more of that. But no, my other method is that every now and again, I'm like, right, I need to watch a new anime. And I have a lot of anime in my list that Giselle put like gives me to watch. And every now and again, I'm like, right, Giselle, of these anime, I'll give her like 5 anime that she's recommended me recently. But like, of all of these, what would you say is the one if I'm only ever going to watch one? And it's not that I want to just watch one. I want to watch all of them because her taste is really good and matches mine pretty often. But I'm like, I don't, I only can watch one. And then I will watch something. And so far, that's been like, Keep Your Hands Off Eizoken, which is...
That's perfect. Great
extremely good. Extremely good. And Love Live Sunshine, which, again, is one of the best anime ever made. Don't even add me. Don't even fucking consider adding me. If you're thinking about adding me, I'm gonna fucking ban you. I've heard good things about Witch from Mercury. It's really good! One of the love interests in Diabolic Lovers literally calls the main character Bitch Chan in Japanese. That sounds fucking good. Cap, how do you choose anime to watch? Is it waifu based?
No.
I'm calling you the fuck out. Calling you the fuck out, you simp.
As I've previously mentioned, Nazna is literally my first anime waifu, so it's never been a waifu thing at all. Yes, I am a simp. It's listen. I'm just new to this.
You can't insult somebody with the word simp when they are already 100% fully, when they've fully incorporated that into their like it's not an insult. But, I just call Captain a simp because that's what he is, and he knows that he is, and I need to remind him.
Yeah. It is my one shame. Maybe at one point, Tigra from Thundercats. Wow, not even Chitara, the clearly objectively better Thundercat, but okay.
Wait. No, well, Tigra is the boy.
Oh, who
Tigra's
was
a boy.
the
Pumara.
Well, sorry, yes. There was. She was the other group of Thundercats on the other side of the planet.
Yeah. She was with I can't remember.
Bengali.
Bengal?
Yes, that sounds right.
Yeah.
In the reboot, man, that 2011 or 2012 reboot was actually like.
Was Tigra a girl in the reboot?
No,
Chitara.
Chitara was a girl in the reboot. Yeah.
Well, Chitara has always been a girl.
Was it? God, do you know who animated the sequence of her running in the opening? It's like a famous anime name.
I don't know, but I think it was Toei that did that.
Oh yeah. It's like Toei or Gainax or something like that. Like because the secret to a lot of like late 80s cartoons was the opening was always done by like an anime studio, which is why Disney was then like, hey, what if we just chuck money at TMS and they'll make us Gummy Bears and DuckTales and stuff, and it'll look great. And then Warner was like, shit, we need to do the same. And so, Animaniacs, TMS, and it looks great. Same as Batman.
Yeah.
Opening anime.
I love those Gummy Bears. I dare you. I dare any of you to watch the intro for Disney's Gummy Bears and not hear them saying Gummy Bears. I challenge you. It's the challenge. This is the Maru challenge. I challenge you to watch the opening of the Disney afternoon children's TV show Gummy Bears and to not hear Gummy Bears when you hear that song. I challenge you.
Oh crikey! Okay, so. Oh wait, no, sorry.
Challenge level impossible. Sorry, Maru, I watched Gummy Bears in Polish. Yeah, but you can watch the intro right now on YouTube. I have caused confusion and delay. Challenge level impossible. It's not impossible for you to hear it. You can watch it on YouTube. Get bent. So sorry.
So it wasn't Toei that animated the Thundercats opening. It was Topcraft, who you may know, basically turned into Ghibli. So Ghibli. Yeah, whatever. Do I have any names?
See, I used to call them Ghibli, and then when I realized that they're called that the katakana is Ghibli, I'm like, damn, I am a pedant that always pronounces things the way the katakana says, so I can't, in good conscience, keep trying to annoy Ghibli fans. Because then I'm also annoying myself. I hurt myself in my confusion. Thundercats is fine, but just that, I watched it as well. People keep putting it on some sort of pedestal. Yeah, I mean, the reboot was pretty decent.
Oh, what? The original Thundercats is ass. It's absolutely terrible.
I mean, it's
like
not ass. It's dumb.
opening
It's just a dumb children's cartoon from the 80s that you can enjoy. You know, it's the kind of thing that you have a couple of glasses of wine with your mates.
The
You're drinking a
2011
couple of
reboot.
beers.
A goal in the 2011 reboot of Thundercats, not the more recent Thundercats Raw, which I've never seen, but everyone dunked on it because it looked kind of weird when the first.
The Danish version sounds like Booby Bears.
Booby bears.
Booby Bears! Maru the 5 per minute term cummy. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
So yeah, one of the animators, Masayuki Yamaguchi.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you know that.
I love She-Ra Netflix. I love that.
Yes, that's a great show.
Ulysses 31 is not bad.
Yeah. Ulysses, flying
Y'all are just mean. That's my reaction. Oh, somebody that I know was talking about, and I don't, was talking about like doing like a TTRPG thing with VTubers for, apparently there's a Steven Universe TTRPG. And I was like, sign me the heck up. I remember when the show was airing, I hung out with one of my friends and we were getting into the first steps of designing like a fan version of it. And then we just, didn't finish it because that's the way these things go. But, I would love to play the TTRPG for Steven Universe. Sheer Netflix was pretty good. DuckTales 2017 was really good. It had my boy Perth's favorite son, David Tennant.
Yep.
He's not from Edinburgh. Don't believe the lies. Don't believe the don't believe the mainstream media. He's not from Edinburgh. He's a good person.
No.
Sorry, Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor is the one that's from Perth originally, not from Edinburgh. Sorry, please keep talking, Cap. I'm gonna find out where David Tennant's from.
David Tennant. People are like, he's not gonna be as good as the old voice Alan Young, who unfortunately passed away. So I think during that show, so he couldn't have voiced Kaluge anyway. But like, first few episodes, David Tennant, he's kind of finding his feet. But like, by the end of the first season, he has really kind of got Scrooge down, and he is definitely great. I really liked his Scrooge McDuck. What a great show. That.
Yeah, David Tennant is not. He's from Bathgate, which is exactly halfway between Glasgow and Edinburgh. So he's not, he's okay in my book.
Okay.
Because if he was from Edinburgh, that would be that.
Are you going Edinburgh?
A true Demon King. What? Oh God. Can shows like Steven? Oh my God. You guy, I've never had chat go this fast except at the subathon. This is. I'm not gonna be able to respond to everything. Yeah. I'm sorry. SUTTRPG. I am go. Yeah, right. Thundercats 4. Can shows like Steven Universe, Owl House, and Star stop getting screwed over by the higher ups? Challenge level impossible.
Yeah.
No is the answer. Sadly, we live in a society.
Yeah.
David Tennant was born from a tree in Arbroath. He was born from a tree in Scotland. I don't fucking know. I'm not from this content, and leave me alone.
Don Tennant. What was I going to say? Yeah. I still need to watch the kind of season three-ish stuff of Owl House. I think there's a couple of
I've never seen that
basically show. Specials. Oh, it's so good. It's so great.
Is it about owls? Because if not, I'll never watch it.
Sort of.
Then I'll never watch it.
There's an owl lady, and she's basically Ryoko.
Is she hot?
Yeah.
Sold. Wandering off to lurk. Have fun. Thank you for coming, Fractal. Thank you for the raid. Yeah. If there's a hot owl lady,
yeah,
you've piqued my interest.
Would you consider yourself a bit of a monster fucker? Yeah.
I've been known to hack a monster or two.
Then I'm sure you'll enjoy Ida, the owl lady. She is
some
kind of werewolf. That's exactly Maya. No.
She's an old hot owl lady. Oh, she's old? Great.
She's like 40. Well, she's not old. She's 40.
Calling Blade a D-boy. Oh, you're talking about Tekkaman Blade. Owl House has a young women love women couple, Maru.
Yep.
Oh. Oh,
A canon gay couple.
canon gays.
Yep.
Well, you know
And,
me, I can't have that subtext because then it's queer baiting, and that's not allowed. That makes it irredeemable media if there's queer baiting. That's a joke. That
I know, I'm aware.
no. I know that you're aware. I just don't want any of my chat to think that I'm the kind of person that would call something irredeemable media. Anyway, Owl House. Maru, this is a show you must watch. You haven't watched Owl House. It's a must. Where do I watch it? Where is it? It's not
on
queer
Disney
baiting if
Plus,
they kiss, right?
Or wherever you can sail the high seas.
Sorry, what did you say before the high seas?
Disney Plus or on the high seas.
Okay. So I'm gonna watch it on Disney Plus, which I am definitely subscribed to.
Yep.
I definitely have a live subscription to Disney Plus. It's you know, they charge it every month. It's €5.
Higher.
It's €6. I definitely know how much it is because I get the bill every month. Because otherwise, how would I have watched all of the Star Wars shows? Although I got bored of,
That's true.
I actually got a bit bored of Bad Batch, and I think I got bored of it because they've been doing stuff. They've been doing like some side story stuff. Like, you know what, Cap? Let's talk about Star Wars for a second.
Okay.
So I don't want to say this. You know how there were always these people that were like, for me, the most interesting part of Star Wars is all the underworld stuff, all the like weird aliens and mafia bosses and bounty hunters.
Yeah.
I think those people have had enough.
Yeah,
You've had
they
enough, sir. Go home. Because for ages, that kind of content was hard to come by with Star Wars. And now it's like the main thing we have in Star Wars.
Yep.
It's The Mandalorian, a lot of it, not all of it. It was
you
Book
got
of
your-
Boba Fett.
Which is terrible.
What?
Well, terrible, but it's not very good.
Yeah, it's part of Andor, which, I mean, Andor was at least quite different stylistically, but I am just sick to the teeth of that. And the problem is that Bad Batch has gone in that direction and kind of has increasingly gone in that direction a bit, and I'm just like, I found those episodes just boring. I don't care about mafia bosses. I don't care about all this shit. Just fight the Empire. Give me metaphors for modern fascism. You know, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, unfortunately, I think it's because they're trying to mine the stuff that they know will get the nostalgia, which is currently, I guess, between episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah. Again, when Star Wars Still Season 1 of Visions came out, I never finished watching Visions, but what I watched was very good.
There was some great episodes of Visions.
Mando Season 3 starts tomorrow!
Yeah, it does.
Tomorrow!
I should watch Andor.
Maya says, I don't like Star Wars because I saw Flash Gordon first. You're very valid. I love to see common folks in Star Wars. I just could not compete. That's fair.
Where's my fighter pilot show? I guess we're getting that Patty Jenkins Rogue One movie.
Luz, the main
Or
character,
Wrestling
is a
movie.
Dominican American bisexual. What are we talking about? Is
Luz
that
is
Owl
from our
Girl?
house.
Owl House.
Yeah.
Owl Girl. I'm sorry. You said the show had girls, and I just thought it was
That's
called
fair.
Owl Girl for a second. The girl who is an owl. Visions is great. It's getting a second season. Nice. Yeah, there was like that Studio Trigger one. Studio Trigger episode. Pretty good. I watched that one with the siblings.
Yes, that was fun.
But yeah, I'm just...
The Rose Squadron
pro-
movie got shelved? Ah, Doge, I didn't hear that. Boo. Boo.
What? No, I mean, wait. Did it get... Because it got like... It hadn't gotten cancelled. It got like indefinitely postponed because the director was busy, I think. But
Wasn't
it
Patty
did actually get
Jenkins as well?
shelved. Sorry?
Wasn't it Patty Jenkins doing it as well?
Yes. I don't know who she is. Did she do Wonder Woman or something?
Yes, and also Jarhead. She did
Oh,
a few
God.
more movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch Wonder Woman for reasons. I mean,
Yeah, the
main
sequel's
reason is I'm not a
hold on.
DC slut.
In the May 2020 interview, Kathleen Kennedy confirmed that Rogue Squadron has been pushed off to the side by Lucasfilm. Boo!
That was a joke, by the way. Like, if people watch Wonder Woman, I don't care. I want Star Wars to start making shows set in the past. Yeah. My problem with like, I feel like Andor was like very, very, very good, and I recommend it. But I think Andor is the best we can expect from Star Wars, and that makes me sad because it was very good. Don't get me wrong, Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
It's extremely good. But the problem with it being the best that we can expect is that it's still playing in the wheelhouse of the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that gets to me, because like I feel like Star Wars... Cap, I ever told you about my argument that Star Wars should be public domain? I feel if I ever want to make hot take content on youtube.com, I will put that out there. Because I think Star Wars should be public domain.
Well, I mean, literally everything older than 30 years old should be public domain, but yeah, that's another...
Yeah, well,
I mean,
but even if we said
yeah.
50, like we're about to come up to the 50th anniversary in a few years.
That's true.
In 5
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Like we're just, you know. And I feel like when something has impacted culture so much, and it's been 50 years since it was created, it should be public domain. Like, because it should be, because the concept of public domain, people don't understand what it is, and it's about basically making sure that the cultural relevance and impact of a story is shared with people, is shared and doesn't die with its author, or doesn't die with its, you know, zealous rights holders, because it's influenced culture, right? And Star Wars is a part of global culture. And by now, they've made enough money on it.
There's always more money to milk.
Yeah, so sadly, thanks to corporations like Disney, the concept of public domain has been eroded to almost nothingness, and there's been a lot of talk about how we probably will never see any of their major works enter the public domain because they keep lobbying for those laws to be changed.
Yep.
And they've succeeded for a lot of it.
They have 10 months until Mickey Mouse is public, but I'm sure they'll succeed in some way.
They will manage it. They will manage it. So anyway, Star Wars is kind of stuck in the original trilogy. Yeah, the fact Superman is in public domain legitimately infuriates me, as does the fact his creators got screwed over. Yeah, same with Batman.
I was thinking about that in terms of like Spider-Man because you know there's always the whole thing of like, oh, Spider-Man's got to be X and Y and white and it's whatever, and it's like, honestly, Spider-Man is like 70 years old. He should be public domain. He should be just anyone.
Yeah.
Right now, you know.
And also, how I remember when Miles Morales was originally announced a long time ago. What?
Yeah, and the news was like, there's going to be a black Spider-Man to replace the white Spider-Man. And
yeah, I remember people, you know, very normal people freaking
sorry,
out.
hold on a sec. Maya, you know, Maya, the whole, you can only have Mickey Mouse without the gloves. That's true. We'll just have to wait one more year until Mickey Mouse with the gloves is public domain. So, anyway, sorry, yes, continue.
What was I saying? I forgot. What were we talking about? Copyright? I don't know what I was saying about copyright. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. Star Wars, Superman.
Miles Morales and how like when he was announced.
Oh yeah. So like I remember when that was announced and that was happening, I was listening to. I always remember this. I think because like, you know the way some memories stay with you because of like the place we were at, right? And I have a distinct memory of walking down O'Connell Street in Dublin at night and listening to Gundam, the Gundam podcast that is still running. And this was like, we're talking about like, how long ago was Miles Morales? This would have been like 2007 or something. And I'm missing a part, but I don't know where it is. Okay, you know, maybe it would be good if I actually looked at the instructions instead of trying to guess. That would be good, wouldn't it? And they announced Miles Morales, and you know, I was listening to Gundam. They were talking about it in the news sections because they're all comics nerds. So in the news section, they don't only talk about Gundam. They talk about all sorts of, you know, comic nerd stuff. And you know, they were basically calling out the shitty racism. G2, hang on, the part that I need is G213. Okay, all right. And they were calling out the shitty racism. Yeah. And they were saying that they were like, look, man, aside from anything else and aside from the fact that there doesn't need to be a justification for a new Spider-Man to be black,
yeah,
the reality is that if you want to be realistic about it, the average, like, Spider-Man is meant to be the average person from New York.
Yep.
And the average person in New York in the 60s might have been a white guy. but the average person in New York in now is not.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality. Like, Miles represents like the changing demographics of New York City in the intervening 50 years. So, shut the fuck up. Essentially.
And his name is John
And his name is John Cena. Hi, David. Hey, I'm swinging here. I love all those. Oh, we gotta replace all character with a new version, and then all character is like bonjour.
Yeah.
With great replacement. No, Maya, can we not allude to that kind of stuff even as a joke? Sorry. Let's not necessarily allude to that. That's a bit. Yeah, I don't want to allude to races that directly because I don't want to talk about that. But yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it was a tiny runner. That's why I missed it. Oh yeah, hi David. How you doing? Thank you for the headpats. Stretch. I need a hydrate. Cap. Take a sip.
Okay.
Drink up, you thirsty bitch.
I will. Do you want me to play it? Play it. I will play it. But I'm not going to wait for you to tell me yes or. That's just me vamping until I kind of find it on sound.
Drink up, you thirsty bitch.
There you go. I do love me Miles Morales. The Spider-Verse version is much better introduction. Yeah, I mean, Ultimate Comics have not aged well in general. But yeah.
I mean, Spider-Verse is one of the best, if not the best, animated film of the past decade.
Yeah, it's my favorite animated film. But yeah, it's like, but yeah, to go back to, I just remembered I never finished my thought talking about anime. But yeah, my recommendation for people who want to know what anime to watch and to avoid shitty anime is you need to have a really good friend whose taste you trust implicitly, whose taste matches yours like 90% of the time. And then you need to make sure that that friend is the kind of person who can who has a lot of time to watch a lot of anime and read a lot of manga. And then they can filter stuff for you. And that's what I do with Giselle. And Giselle does it gladly and then gets mad at me that I keep watching like 80s robot anime. The end.
Oh yeah, in fact, you asked me how do I figure out what anime to watch.
Yeah, how do you figure that out, Cap, aside from waifus?
So
Which is a joke.
Nah.
Oh.
I guess I'm always like, whenever I notice that an anime I'm watching is on episode 11 or 12, I'm like, new season soon. So I look up, winter, or I guess at this point it'll be spring 2023 anime, and then there's like, always a list of stuff, and I can filter by stuff that's new, filter by stuff that is ongoing, etc. And I'm just gonna look to see kind of what's going on. I read the title and I read the description. I don't really, because it's a lot, I don't really spend all my time like reading every single description. I'll kind of skim over it, and if there are certain things where it's like, yes, the earth is destroyed, and these women have the power to fight the scourge, and they're also teenagers with big tits. So I'm like, okay, next one. There's a lot of that crap. And also, unfortunately, I think Giselle was like trying to tell me about all the great isekais this season, but I'm watching a couple of some of them. But isekai is a term that I can bounce off of, depending on like the other words that go with it.
Yeah, Giselle has really good taste, and she wouldn't recommend you a bad isekai. She likes isekai and she likes good isekai, and I trust her. My problem is that I have been burnt before, and I have played a bit of a Sword Art Online game, and I know also that most modern isekai is fucking trash. And so I, inherently distrust it. And then the last year of growing closer with Sono, and Sono saying isekai should be a shoujo genre, now that's in my brain. And now every time that I see an isekai starring a guy, I'm like, nope. Nope.
There's a couple this season that Giselle was telling me about that they really liked. I think it was one where the girl can go backwards and can go back and forth from the isekai and the original world, I guess our world. And her idea is to kind of use it to get rich quick, to then just retire.
Oh yeah, that one sounds really good.
Interesting.
Honestly, I mean I don't know if it's the case in that one, but
That's
I wish there was
save for retirement, yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was an anime isekai where the character could do that, but every time they needed to go to the isekai, they needed to get run over by a truck.
Yeah.
I think that would be really funny. I think that would be really, really
That'd be
fucking funny.
Yeah.
Cuts off to Miles for avoiding being another example of maybe a diverse version of this classic character, and then they run for 6 months and get shuffled into the background. Yeah. They avoided that with Miles. Miles fucking owns. When is Academy that was
Weather Friend, I loved Isekai, Uncle, but that's because I'm an ex-Sega nerd, so, you know, I love all the Sega references.
It is hard to get a new character approved. Yeah, I kind of stopped reading Cape Comics because of this. I just got... It's too... If you're going to read Cape Comics, you can't just read, like, the Cape Comics of the character that you want. You have to read a million other comics that you don't care about. That's my problem. I love X-Men, right? I love X-Men. And I would be prepared to read 3 or 4 X-Men books a month. But you can't just read 3 or 4 X-Men books a month, because what if they cross over with the Avengers? What if they cross over with this other motherfucker you've never heard of? You know, what if they I don't know, they cross over with, like, you know, John the Mysterious. I don't know what the fuck. I don't fucking know. I don't care. I care about X-Men and Spider-Man and Squirrel Girl.
Yep.
That's it. Maybe Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel. But Miss Marvel? Yeah, I'm in there. Squirrel Girl? Yeah. X-Men? Sure. She-Hulk? Hawkeye? Yeah, I can get in with that. Anything else, I don't give a shit. And I definitely do not give a shit about what the Avengers are doing. I definitely don't give a shit what Iron Man is doing. I definitely, and I categorically cannot stress this enough, do not give a single fuck what Captain America is doing, and never will, no matter who they are. I don't care which Captain America it is. I don't know if it's Bucky Barnes or or Sam Wilson or what's the name of the classic Captain America? Steve Rogers. I don't care who they are. If they're called Captain America, I don't want to hear it. Captain Britain, I'm there for that.
That's because she's a giant woman, so.
No, Captain Britain is a fucked up alcoholic, Polish imperialist dude.
Okay, well, I guess there was that what if. In the MCU, it's Peggy Carter, is.
I gave up on the MCU in the 70s.
Fair. That is very valid. I guess I don't know, like.
Chat, please forgive me if I'm not following. You guys are chatting the fastest that I've ever seen, and I'm a bit overwhelmed because it goes so fast that I actually scroll. Like, I need to make the text smaller now because you guys are thank you. Please keep chatting. I don't dislike it. It's just that it's hard for me to keep up while I do this. So I'm sorry if I don't respond to everything. Please understand, because you guys are chatting super fast and long. Peggy's Captain Carter, because Captain Britain is coming at some point. Okay, fair enough. If Captain Britain, if they put Captain Britain in the MCU and Captain Britain is not an abusive alcoholic who is forced to support fascists and finds that depressing because he represents Britain, if he's like a goody two-shoes, spirit of justice kind of guy like Captain America, then they failed. Because the whole point of Captain Britain is that he's a fucking loser, and that he's contemptible. At least that's the classic. That's the classic Alan Moore version, which is the version that popularized the character. So, like, if he's not like that, if he's like a goody two-shoes hero, then you know they have done Captain Britain dirty. He's meant to be a fucked up dude.
Yeah. Hey, Maru. What if I keep up with chat and you don't worry?
Thank you. Hi, Para. I'm here lurking. You're doing a great job keeping up with chat. Thank you. Daniel Craig as a wash-up. Okay. Daniel Craig as a fucked up Brian Braddock would fucking own. Yeah. That would own. But they would need to. That's the problem. Marvel are not gonna. They're not gonna put Captain Britain in something and not make him a goody two-shoes hero. Yeah. At worst, he's gonna be like a slightly asshole-ish anti-hero. But they're not gonna go. They're not because Alan Moore did a really. It was a very political kind of character. And they're not going to do that because they're fucking cowards. No. They're not going to do it.
I was going to say, as someone who's been around for, 400 years or whatever,
yes.
And, seen comics and stuff, do you still find it weird that Iron Man became such a big character?
Yes. I find it very weird. I will say, honestly, I love the Iron Man movies. They're very good. Yeah. And actually, I think Iron Man 3 is fucking great. And anyone who disagrees is a bimbo.
I mean, it's part of the Great Shane Black Christmas movie canon, so.
The Black Knight. One of his major villains was teased in Eternals. The Black Knight. What's the Black Knight? What?
I guess a villain for Captain Britain.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. There's a lot of like the early Captain Britain comics that I was reading are the ones that come right before he joins Excalibur, are intensely surreal and weird, and he travels through dimensions all the time. And so I know I also read them like 6 years ago. I hated Iron Man since I was 8. Wow. No, he's an asshole. I just thought the movies were really good. But the movies,
Oh yeah, the movies are good. Yeah, yeah.
paint him as an asshole though, so I never considered him to not be an asshole. Like I started getting disconnected from I was super into the MCU, and then I watched Iron Man 3. I had a great time, and then they literally, one of the first things that happens in Age of Ultron is they literally undo the ending of it, and
Yep.
I'm like, okay,
Yep.
you literally undid the ending of the movie about your most popular character.
Yep.
And I was like,
they did that a lot after that.
yeah, and I hated that because I was like, I feel like I'm putting all this money towards this and you're disrespecting me as an audience. And I was like, I mean, I don't think that corporations are ever going to care about what nerds wants, and they were always going to bring Iron Man back. It's just that they never even tried to pretend that he was not going to come back, and it just, I don't know. Let's just say it pissed me off because I was just like, I've been following these movies, I've been watching all of them, and now you are telling me that they don't matter.
Yep. I love how, like, Thor Ragnarok, everyone quite liked it, and there was some great stuff like, oh, you're the god of thunder, not the god of hammers. And then it turns out he actually needs to get a new hammer thing. And then Banner makes this big sacrifice to save people by turning into the Hulk for what he thinks is the final time. And he'll never turn back into Bruce Banner. At the start of the very next movie, Avengers Infinity War, he turns back into Bruce Banner.
Yeah. I mean,
so
by
it's
that
like
point,
this-
I wasn't keeping track. Because by that point, I just went to watch Infinity War because I was like, whatever. I did watch Black Panther because it got so many rave reviews, and I loved it. It was really good. It was
Black
really,
Panther
really,
was
really
great,
good. Love and Thunder. Oh, that's not the latest one.
I've heard it's alright. I still need to watch it. I would like to watch it, but like, I'm also at the point where after Endgame, I'm just, I'm done with MCU. Cool.
I thought Endgame was an exhausting movie.
It was. You're right.
It was exhausting. It wasn't. I will say though, it was not what I expected in a good way. It was better than I thought it was gonna be. Based on Infinity War, Endgame was like way better than I expected, and it had its moments, but it was still trash, and not good trash. But still, even in the worst moments, Infinity War and Endgame not as bad as Age of Ultron, which I hated so much that I fell asleep in the cinema and never felt the need to watch the end.
It's not a good film. Maya's like, oh yes, I just watched the Thor movies. Apologies for that, Maya, because Thor 2 is rank. I liked Ragnarok, but then I heard that the next Avengers movie undid a lot of the stuff. It undid like all of the important characters.
Oh yeah, you're keeping up with chat. Thank you.
Yeah. Endgame was a strange movie to watch, having only watched Iron Man 1, 2, Guardians, and Avengers 1. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that must have been a lot of.
I missed a bunch of the other movies, but I watched Civil War because it was not just a Captain America movie, because otherwise I wouldn't watch it. I did not care about the Winter Soldier at all. And what else? Yeah, I remember when I watched Civil War, that was around the time when I had like rekindled my relationship with Tokusatsu and had just gotten my housemate into Toku. And I remember watching it, and I was like, and I kept tweeting this for a long time, where I was like, the big fight in it with Spider-Man, and with Ant-Man growing into a giant, I'm like, it's fun and all, but I much prefer the superhero fights of Kamen Rider versus Kamen Rider Heisei versus Showa.
Yeah.
Which also have one of the Kamen Riders growing giant, and another Kamen Rider who has electricity powers.
It was so funny. People were like, oh wow, we got this huge fight between like 10 superheroes in one place. And I'm like, I've just seen like Gokaiger, where they've had like 200 heroes fight.
Gokaiger, which if you've not seen it, if you've never heard of Gokaiger is a Super Sentai, which is what Power Rangers is based on, but it was the 35th anniversary show, and literally starts with a battle that has the 200 existing Rangers from 35 years of Super Sentai all fighting in a huge battle. And
Yep.
yeah, it's much cheaper than anything you'll see in the MCU because it's a fucking TV show. You know,
But also, it's
doesn't
more
have.
practical and actually holds up better in my opinion. So
It's also just much more fun and just much more,
Yes.
like, I don't know. I honestly
Referential
feel
characters
for a
and stuff,
while
yeah.
I was gonna pitch an article somewhere that was gonna be like what Western superhero movies should learn from Tokusatsu, and nowadays I'm like, no, Tokusatsu is just fucking better.
Yeah.
Um,
So that was always funny to me. The biggest crossover and
yeah, the most no, well, the
yeah.
funny thing was like I did love the most ambitious crossover meme, but you know, like basically any Toku crossover is better. Any Kamen Rider crossover
Yeah.
is better. I mean, like, fucking Heisei vs. Showa. It's not the best Rider movie, but it's fucking wild the amount of characters they got in there, the amount of returning actors they got, and the battles that they got. You know, and you have literally every Kamen Rider fighting each other. It's fucking amazing, and they're all fighting each other in a beach. When is that gonna happen in the MCU? Why do they have battles in beaches? Has anybody ever had a fist fight in a beach in a Marvel movie?
Probably, but I can't recall one off the top of my head. They may
Well,
just
that
have
means they
fights
haven't.
they just fights in like green screen rooms, which is whatever. But yeah, I think one of the things for me that I realized I was gonna sort of done with the MCU was, because I really, with all the kind of different marketing terms that are sort of come into the lexicon, I really hate that people are like, oh yes, I really like Phase 3 Marvel. It's like, no, don't use that fucking marketing term for Marvel or whatever. But the last part of that kind of Phase 3 or whatever was that Spider-Man Far From Home, which was the second Spider-Man MCU film.
Yeah, I did enjoy the Spider-Man movies. The first Spider-Man movie, I didn't watch the second one or the third one, but I want to because I love Spidey. But please continue.
So yeah, so I thought the second one, oh, maybe it would be like an interesting epilogue to kind of Endgame. But no, it wasn't. It was just back to the old, we need to kind of have stuff always rolling, so you always want to come back to the cinema. We can't have any conclusions. I was like,
No.
oh, okay.
Well, that's what they do with fucking comics, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas Endgame felt like it had some kind of finality to it, but that's because I guess they've been building up for like a decade.
You know, it was because some of the actors were like retiring from the roles, and that's fair, right?
Yeah.
But I was
I really like Civil
I-
War. It's honestly the only case where superheroes are fighting each other while still being respectful.
See,
what does that mean? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Being
I
respectful?
my thing with Endgame and Infinity War is that by that point I cared so little about the characters, and I had been like, as I explained, let down so much that like when it's like a big deal, what happens to Captain America, where he grows old, doesn't he, or whatever the fuck, and I was like, I don't give a shit about Captain America. Why is this trying to get me to care? I do not care. Like Tony Stark, okay, I care a bit. I care a normal amount. But Captain America is like, oh, what a thing, what a guy who the fuck cares?
Captain America. When
fucking-
Captain America
to
throws
quote,
his mighty shield.
To quote an episode of Community, he looks like an Aryan football figure.
In comic books, where
What?
they do
No,
two
no,
groups of
what?
heroes
Come on,
are
that was really
fighting-
funny. Come on, that's a funny joke.
I actually didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
Oh, I said he looks like an Aryan football figure.
Oh, what? Captain America.
Yes.
Okay,
Some
that's
plump blue-eyed git.
in comic books, where they do two groups of heroes are fighting each other, it's always presented as crazy brutal, like they're being hating each other for years and just want to rip out each other's hearts. Oh, but whereas in Civil War, they're kind of more like they're fighting, but they're not like trying to kill each other or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
I was never into superhero stuff. That's good for you. But,
You grew up with Archie comics, so have you watched Riverdale then? Riverdale is the kind of show that I will never watch it, but I for sure will spend most of my adult life watching video essays about it. Like, I've watched the Super High Pitch Wolf one a couple of times. I've watched some other ones because, like, I don't think I want to spend. I think if I had gotten in on it in like season 2, I would be watching it. But by now, I'm just like, I'm happy for people to just tell me what happens. You know, because it sounds fucking unhinged.
But yeah, so I'm just more picky about kind of what I watch. That was it. Especially there's so much that's like I could watch it all, but then I can't be asked.
Like, I don't know. It's just like the novelty has faded. A lot of them are not great, and they keep like, you're trying to sell me on this universe, on this unified thing. Didn't I cut that one out? Did I cut the other? I think I've lost a piece. I think I've lost another piece. I've lost a little.
Does Riverdale have
thrusters.
D-list superheroes? No, there are no superheroes in Riverdale.
It has some references to some D-list superheroes from the Archie comics.
Archie Comics, I guess, yeah.
But not.
See, Boots. That's also a thing. Like, we know
Oh,
Superman's
God.
origin story. We know Spider-Man's origin story. Also, Boots. It's capital S, Spider dash capital M man. So get that right next time.
I'm under my table looking for this thing, by the way.
That's wonderful. Stay down there.
Fuck you.
But at least we didn't get another origin story in Spider-Man: Homecoming, which I really enjoyed. It's one of the few MCU films that I think is genuinely good.
I do not know where this piece is gone, and it's starting to upset me. Oh wait. Oh, there it is. Found it. Panic over.
Found it. Yeah, well, mix shit up. That's kind of what I liked. Weirdly, Moon Knight was mixing stuff up because it almost had no connection to the wider MCU. It was almost like it was just going back to just being a thing on its own. Like, they made two oblique references to stuff that's already been in the MCU, but nothing like, the battle in New York and on Iron Man or the Avengers. It was just Oscar Isaac pretending to be British for half an hour a week, sometimes in Egypt.
Oscar Isaac is an amazing actor who seems to be as random about the objects he picks, because like sometimes he just picks awful projects.
Yes.
And he's just amazing.
Somehow the Emperor's Return.
Yeah, he deserves better. Hey, welcome back, Ramses. I've been conned.
I hope your doctor appointment was okay.
Yeah. What was I gonna say about this?
For me, the MCU is like One Piece. That much stuff isn't insane anymore. It's homework, or especially right now.
That's the thing, right? Like, I remember.
Hey, I got a hot take.
Yeah.
Like every other comic thing right now.
Yeah, and that's my problem, right? Okay, so a few years ago, I was listening to a podcast from a friend of mine that I haven't talked to in a while, who recently had a kid, Jay Edidin. Shout out to Jay, who probably does not watch the stream or VTubers or knows that I'm a VTuber, because we haven't talked in years. But Jay, he does a podcast called Jay and Miles Explain the X-Men. And I also haven't listened to it in years because I'm really bad at listening to podcasts these days. But the two of them start from the beginning of X-Men. And they very quickly get to the Chris Claremont era, which is what I was reading when I started. And they cover it in detail. I never finished listening to all the episodes until the end of the Chris Claremont era, but I got to reading a lot of those comics. And, when all you had to read to keep up with X-Men, it's like, first it was just X-Men, and then it was X-Men, New Mutants, and X-Factor. And when you have 3 comic books that are written by the same group of people and super interconnected to the point that you might as well just call them one comic, that's manageable and feels great. Because with 3 comics and 3 different teams that have a lot of overlap and a lot of members moving back and forth and a lot of common concepts, you have enough room to explore all the mutant stuff, have crazy adventures of all different kinds that, they don't need to affect each other if you don't want them to. But then you can also get them to cross over because they have like the core mutant concepts and a bunch of other concepts in common. But once you start getting to like 5 ongoings that also have to intersect with the large unit, because like, again, the X-Men were always crossing over with like the Avengers and the Fantastic Four and whatever, but it was very small. During the silver era of Chris Claremont, they were mainly crossing over with like New Mutants and X-Factor all the time. And when they were doing that, it was just like, I don't know, it just felt great to read those comics because the X-Men lineup was always changing, the New Mutants were exploring different things. I don't know, it just felt really good. But when you start getting real out of it and you're like, okay, now Wolverine is gonna have an ongoing. And now there are three main X-Men comics, team comics. So you have I mean, okay, as recently as like 10 years ago, there was like all new X-Men, adjectiveless X-Men as we call it, which is just X-Men. So it's all new X-Men, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yep.
And they were all team books. I mean, Wolverine and the X-Men was focused on Wolverine, and it was focused on him as a teacher, and I want to read that one because I heard it's very good. But, you know, I love the X-Men, and I read most of that run of all new X-Men where they're like, it's like the younger X-Men from like the 60s that have come to the present. And that one was crossing over a lot with Uncanny X-Men, which was the evil X-Men led by Cyclops, who were basically the Brotherhood by any other name. And
It's Sono!
Sono! Hello! We're talking about X-Men!
Nice.
And yeah, and all of that, right? And then, hang on, I need G to 10. Sorry, Sono, I was just in the middle of, I'll finish saying this. And then, like, but yeah, when you start getting to, like, okay, Wolverine, you know, you have all these ongoings, and they're also crossing over with the Avengers all the time. They're crossing over with all these other characters all the time. And there's so many, you know, there's X-Force and X-Factor, and they mean different things now than they did back then. And it just becomes such a chore to keep up with them. And that is, you know, when I was a teenager and I got into manga, my friend Laura, who sometimes watches the streams, shout out to Laura from back home in Argentina. I remember she told me, I never got into superheroes because I like reading stories that start and end. And that's why I read manga. Now, you have to remember, she said this before One Piece existed. She said this when the longest manga that we were aware of were like Dragon Ball and Saint Seiya and Sailor Moon. So, we were teenagers. It was before social media, you know? It was before wikis. But that's what she said. And she's right. You know, I like it when stories have an ending.
Yep, that's correct.
That's fair.
Hi, Sono. How are you doing today?
And I always assume that's
I have,
why...
tummy hurty.
Oh, no.
Tummy hurty.
Well, otherwise,
Oh, hope it gets better.
But also, there's I don't know what this was, but someone in the vicinity of my grocery store was either smoking or had smoked a lot of weed.
Oh no.
And I don't care if people smoke weed, but the smell of it makes me really sick.
Oh no.
So I'm like, why
Ugh.
is this happening when I already feel sick?
Yeah, like where I live, you sometimes get the whiff of some dank bud, but it's not like a huge stench, it's just like a passing thing. Oh, Maya wants an ara. Maya's like, I know what will make Sora feel better. Okay, hang on.
Thank you, Maya.
Let's do it. Ara. Click. If there's one thing I've discussed on the Cosmocast is that Kurumada clearly had an end goal. Yeah, it's too bad he will never reach it, because I'm sorry to tell you that Next Dimension sucks. I'm sorry. Agree to disagree. I don't like Next Dimension. This is why you should have me on the podcast, because you need the fucking boomer hater kind of fan. You know, the kind of person that if I was like a white dude in my mid 40s, I would have a YouTube channel about how bad Saint Seiya is. And how how it's all about women now, and how that's bad. That's a joke. I love Saint Seiya show. It's the best thing Saint Seiya has had in years.
Weather says One Piece is about the journey. To be fair though, One Piece is also just like one story. It hasn't ended, but there isn't like a whole One Piece franchise with multiple overlapping stories. That's also fair, hey boo. So,
Sayonara.
like...
No, don't go. Weather friend, don't go. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not. I love women. I am a lesbian. No! Oh my god, this weather...
Speaking of girls...
Speaking of girls...
I'm gonna just vent about a tweet that I saw from
let's
a
go.
friend of
Let's
mine.
go. It's just a safe space for tweeting.
It was just like... What was the tweet? They were quote tweeting someone being like, a lot of Yuri is really subtle, so it's nice that now we're seeing some Yuri where girls are just, like, openly in love with girls. Yes, good. And one of them was Miorine going like, that girl's my groom. It was that bit.
Yeah.
And then she's like, me, and she quote tweeted this, was like, me nodding, pretending G-Witch isn't gonna let me down on this front. And I'm like,
Yeah, Sono's now.
What?
Now.
what?
Sono
you
is
watch?
now witch build. Sono is now witch build. Everybody.
I am. I'm G-Witch pilled now.
Thanks to me.
And I was like, did you not watch the last episode where they have, like, the most realistic relationship conversation I've ever seen in an anime?
Especially
And,
in
like,
Gundam.
especially in Gundam, but, like, honest to God, in, like, I watch a lot, I watch and read a lot of slice of life romance shit because I'm a basic ass bitch and that's what I like.
Yay!
And I'm like, that is the most realistic conversation about, like, communication in a relationship that I've ever seen people have. And I'm like, yeah, okay, going into season 2, they're gonna have a little bit of turmoil because of the end of season 1. But also, like, this is a story and you need a fucking conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's also like a specifically Gundam is story about conflict. Like,
Well,
I
yes.
think, you know, this
Yes,
is not.
but
this
I mean,
ain't,
like,
yeah.
Like, any story, you are going to have a conflict of some kind. Not not necessarily like war. Like, again, I read a lot of romance shit, and sometimes the conflict is just like, yo, I'm don't call me by this nickname, and that's a conflict. That's what a conflict is. Conflicts can be a lot of different things, and, like, this is a big conflict because that happened, and also this is Gundam, and those are about, like, big, like, huge scaling conflicts, but also a lot of the conflicts in G-Witch are very personal, especially in those last 2 episodes. And I'm just like, they're girlfriends. It's not... They're girlfriends. That's the entire point of those last 2 episodes. Is that, like, they have a literal, actual romantic relationship, and both of them kind of misunderstood that, because both of them thought the other one didn't want that, and then they, you know, the entire end of the first season is, oh no, we are people who care about each other and want this to be a real thing.
You know, on the one hand, I do understand the thought, because I do feel that it is still possible for the show to disappoint. Because I trust nobody, you know, trust no bitch is my motto.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I just don't feel like that is the way it's going to disappoint me.
I hope, but, you know, you
But
never
also,
know. What
like,
I'm saying.
I don't know.
But-
I finished Dawn Brothers, and I didn't think... I already knew Inoue was going to disappoint me, and I don't want to talk about this because I'm going to get really mad, and I don't want to be mad. But I am going to say, I knew Inoue was going to disappoint me in regards to one specific thing. He found ways to disappoint me that I could never have fucking imagined. And I'm not gonna talk about more than that because it makes me angry, and I'm just gonna think about Sonozak because he's fucking perfect.
He's great.
He's baby.
You know, he is the guy who wrote the ending of Jetman. Well, I'll say.
Yeah, I know, but look, I've watched a lot of Inoue shit, and it is very in line with the shit Inoue does. But there is a specific thing he did that I'm like, this is beyond any way that I could have thought you would do this to disappoint me.
Oh, I hear you.
And you should never write heterosexuals ever again, Toshiki Inoue.
I hear you. I'm just saying, and maybe I think
Inoue was the writer, Maya.
Yeah,
Inoue is the dude who wrote it.
Of Dawn Brothers. And
You're thinking Inuzuka. Tsubasa,
I think Maya
who
might
is
be
the
just
dog
joking.
one.
So, but yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
well, what I was gonna say,
I'm in a way, so I can't. I'm not capable of jokes.
That's fair. That's fair. No, what I was gonna say.
People keep bringing
is,
up Horimiya, and I'm not 100% sure I know what it is.
What I was gonna.
I've heard of it.
What I was gonna mention was that like
Yeah, Ramsey says. Yeah.
You know, for those who don't know, who haven't heard the story in chat, I watched Jedman with my ex-housemate, who is the person who I got into Toku, and she loves Toku. And we watched Jedman. Jedman is really good. It's got a good reputation, well deserved. It's a good Sentai of its time.
He pokes a lot of fun at it in an episode of Dawn Brothers. It's very funny.
Yeah, fair. It's occasionally very silly. Oh, I have a nub in there that I can't get to. Oh well. Oh no. And but the ending of Jedman, in my opinion, is fucking bullshit. And the thing is, like, Jedman is most famous because of the death of Black Condor.
Yes.
And I always assumed Black Condor had some kind of special heroic death. That was always my assumption.
Oh.
And then I watched the show. And we saw how he dies like a chump in a completely inevitable thing, in a completely preventable way that he himself could have prevented. And basically, we got so mad at the show for the badly written nature of that death, that to this day, every now and again, me and my ex-housemate, when we hang out, because we're still mates, we live close to each other. When we hang out, we have an informal rule that we do not talk about the ending of Jetman. Because every now and again we will sometimes we will just start, like one of us will go like, yeah, this is so bad, blah blah blah, reminds me of the ending of do you remember the ending of Jetman? And we'll start rambling, and then after a minute we'll cut each other. We'll go like, we cannot do this because we
can't do this again.
We got so, I don't know if we were like legit it was like part legit, part jokey, but we were just like, as people that enjoy analyzing stories and writing stories, we were so upset at how poorly handled it was.
This is the maddest I've ever been, and that is saying something. This is the maddest I've ever been at a show that I've finished, which is saying something given some of the shows that I've finished.
Wow.
But
yeah, so it's that was the thing.
And I'm not gonna go into why, one, for spoiler reasons, and two, because
you're mad as hell and you're not gonna take it anymore.
But Inoue shouldn't allow.
I have never heard that noise come from you.
That's how angry I am.
Yeah, I never heard you this roaringly anger. By the way, chat, just so you know, Cap is reading chat and I'm not, because I'm trying to focus on the kid.
I'm reading chat. Yeah, Horimiya is a high school slice of life romance anime where the character has actual real conflict and not constant forced misunderstanding. Oh right, so it's not like just like a ridiculous farce, but like very silly farce that's kind of way over the top sometimes. That's fair. Yeah. But like a stupid high school filter. Oh, Sono, there's to kind of cheer you up and hopefully make you.
What it comes down to is Inoue is just not allowed to write heterosexuals anymore. That's what I've decided.
That's fair.
He's fine with gay people. Those are great. Just no heterosexuals for him anymore.
Cap, tell Maru you like chicken korma pizza. I mean, sure.
I like chicken tikka pizza.
Pizza. Yeah.
Oh,
when I was having that fucked up pizza that you suggested, Sono, I realized after having one bite, and instead they just gave me the plain chicken one. I was very upset, but I didn't want to say anything at the time. But it was still tasty, but not what I ordered. But yeah, so my new brain rot, Sono, is that apparently I now have decided to get every issue of Shonen Sunday with color pages for Call of the Night. Is this a very stupid thing to do? Yes. Have I spent
but I support it.
Most of my evening figuring out which chapters relate to which issue? Maybe, yes.
Yes.
And one of the issues, I didn't tell Maru this, but one of the issues which I have bought this evening, because apparently
this better be about colored feet.
No, it's not. So, it is so. Shonen, I don't know if this happens to Shonen Jump, but not that I've seen, but like in Shonen Sunday, I guess it's a magazine for boys. They'll have like cute girls on the cover, and like an interview with them as well. Which, sure, why not? So like, there's one issue with an AKB48 star, but one of the issues I bought has the actress for Haruka kind of doing an interview. I was like, oh cool.
Oh, good for her. I love her. I think she's gonna fucking go places.
Oh yeah.
The amount of like comedy they let her do in this show, like she got to do a full range of acting in Dawn Brothers, and I think she's really gonna fucking go places.
Hi Rigel.
Because she was incredible.
How you doing, Rigel?
She's great.
Sorry, I was just saying hi to Rigel.
Fine.
No, I was gonna say, Sono, that I feel also now that I have witch pilled you with Mercury,
Yeah.
the problem is that now you understand the bad takes.
Yeah,
Now you
now I'm
understand all-
like,
Yeah, now you're like, oh, there's a lot of
now I'm gonna
people
see
that-
people talk and be like,
Yep. I'm sorry I've done this to you. I'm sorry I gave you this disease. Now you can see. Now you can see just how dumb anime Twitter can be about lesbians. Turns
yeah,
out.
I mean,
extremely.
thankfully, I just don't, for the most part, follow anime Twitter. This is just
Good.
like someone that I know.
Sono, we
Well,
have
a lot
question
of people
from
that I
chat.
know have had shit opinions about that show.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
So we have
Uh,
a question from chat, Sono. So Maru has lost her brush. Do you know where it is?
Yeah, that's my brush. That's
I
my-
might
my
have eaten
dusting
it.
brush.
I'm not sure. I don't think
Oh
I
no,
did,
we talked about this. You
but I
told me
do
about
just
this.
chew on things sometimes,
You
and that
told
might
me
have
about
happened.
that. It's the cat part of her.
Yeah.
It's the cat part of her. Can't get it out of there.
Yep. Sometimes I just gotta chew on things.
Sono.
Yes.
Can you give us your Avengers Endgame hot take?
It was a bad fucking movie.
Good, nice. Okay, well, there's consensus.
Straight for the jugular.
that is my only opinion. I saw that movie and was so mad that I haven't seen another Marvel movie since. I was already kind of done, but then I walked out of that movie and was like, no, fuck all of this. And I have not engaged with a single Marvel property since then in any way.
Like,
No
not even
movies,
comics.
no TV shows, no comics. I'm just like, nope. That's how bad that fucking movie was.
Do you know what this reminds me of? You're like, do you guys know Alf?
Yes. Oh, I know
So-
Alf, trust me.
So the story goes that the actor who played Willie Tanner, the father of the family, one of the main characters, the working conditions on the set were so bad, and the actors were so fed up that the reason why there was like an Alf movie that came out after the show, and the reason why they couldn't get the main cast, but the reason why they couldn't get him specifically is because at the end of his last scene in the last episode, without saying anything to anybody, you know, he went to wardrobe, he changed into his outside clothes, got in his car, drove off, never to be heard of by the production again. And I feel like that's you with that
I love
movie.
that
It's
story.
like
It is.
if Marvel,
It is. That's
if Marvel
that's
was a
literally
place,
what happened.
Marvel was a place that you went there and you saw that movie, you just left, got into your car, drove off, never to be seen there again.
Which is impressive because I don't have a car and can't drive, but that's still what happened.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna finish stream in a minute, but I need to give this like a sexy leg pose. I'm gonna try to go for like the Aster Arcadia sexy feet pose.
Yeah.
So, hang on, I'm gonna put the arms behind his head.
derangement syndrome. That's correct.
What syndrome? Alf derangement syndrome. God. Oh God. I'm trying to put it in a sexy pose. I don't know if you can. Oh wow. This is very poseable.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
so
wow. Yeah. It's like oh. Do you remember the bit?
Leggy.
Do you remember the bit where Aster did this with his feet?
Oh my god, yeah.
Topless TOS reported. But yeah, look at these gorgeous legs. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could finish it next time because the legs are very complicated, but the rest of it will not
Yeah.
be, right? So maybe we'll
Legs
finish
so
it on
hot
Saturday.
you fry an egg.
It's a baseball player who played such a bad game that he left the field mid-game, got on his bicycle, rode out to the stadium, never played baseball again. Wow.
Amazing.
Okay, hang on. Okay. Oh, hang on. I need a good shot. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, it's hard to not block my phone.
Leg so hot. Hot leg. Leg so hot you fry an egg. I hope you all
Hot
like
legs.
my art.
Beautiful.
There we go. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. All right, folks. Thank you so much for coming. I'm just gonna take us very quickly to just chatting to the Zazu screen, just so I can tell you about the next stream. And I'm gonna move myself. Give me a second, I might need to re-enable Discord. Oh no, are you guys talking? Can you say
Hello.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
We may just not be. We may be invisible, which happens sometimes.
There you are.
Invisible.
I also need to change the schedule because that's last week's schedule. So
there we
thank
are.
you. Thank you, Cap and Sona, for joining me this week.
Yeah.
No problems. Thank you, Vandy.
Hang on. Oh,
Thank you for
I
letting me
thought-
talk about my
I'm
brain.
glad I could pop in before stream.
yeah. Thank you. So yeah, that's the schedule for this week. It's me fighting a Colossus. Although I've beaten that one, it's just that it looked good. I'm pretty proud of it. I don't know. This was like one of the simplest schedules I've done, but I'm really proud of that image. I don't know why. I just feel it looks.
It
good.
looks really good.
But yeah, we will come back to the Gundam Mk-II on Saturday. I hope we finish it because then I'm gonna stream less the following week because my mom will be here. I'll definitely stream, but I'll stream less. You guys get ready for me to announce Maru March Madness. I might try to make a small video, but I'm very bad at making good VTuber style animated graphics, so I might talk to you, Sono, about it after stream. To get some hints. But yeah, we're coming back. Oh, Karen Howe, thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, I'm coming back tomorrow with Shadow of the Colossus, more Shadow of the Colossus. We're gonna beat them gigantos. And as of 6 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. Eastern. Then on Friday, it's another work stream at 3 p.m. UK, 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, yeah, on Saturday, we're back to the Gunpla stream 1 hour earlier because I need to pick up my mom from the airport. 2 p.m. UK, 9 a.m. Eastern, continuing the RG Mark II Gundam Titans. Let's have a look.
Titan.
Sono the Rap God. Are you a rap god?
Well, I mean, we have realized that I'm secretly Callie, so
Oh, yeah. I didn't tell Chad that.
that is true.
But, yeah. Sono is secretly one of the richest VTubers in the world. If only.
Yeah, that's definitely really true.
If only.
I'm definitely not in a massive amount of debt.
But no, no, it was just because I was watching a stream the other day in which Callie was getting ready and had like was hot micing it, and
Alright.
and she was doing like her deep annoyed voice was sounded like when Sono goes like, you know, I don't care, I don't give a fuck when Sono talks like that.
Yeah, fuck this.
Yeah.
Fuck this garbage.
Yeah, this was a lot like Callie, so to me. So it was very confused because for a second my brain was like, what's going on, what, you know? But yeah, we're gonna rate somebody. Can I borrow $27? No.
I wish I had $27.
Is anybody building Gunpla? That is a VTuber. I mean, Jose Mochi is, but I rated Jose the other day. Well, I love Jose. I like trying to like, you know, diversify my portfolio. Someone playing Genshin as Gunpla in there. Someone playing Final Fantasy 14 as Gunpla in their tags. You guys, check your fucking tags, bro. I don't know. Oh, I think this person is a VTuber, maybe. The problem with rating a new person is always like, are they nice?
Yeah, like, are they cool?
Are they cool?
Am I going to regret this?
Are they gonna say a hate speech when I go in? You know? Okay, this person has like no hate speech on chat. So that's pretty good.
Good.
Be respectful. I'm waiting for the ad to pass, Gango. Oh, we're ending. Good timing. I'm going to bed. Nice. Okay, this person is painting some form of model kit that looks like a robot. And hang on, I'm gonna listen to what they sound like for a second. They seem to be a VTuber.
Excellent.
Yeah, they seem nice. So Gango, we are rating someone who is painting some model kits. If you want to keep on the same vibe, this person seems very, very chill.
Yeah.
And please, will they try to steal my chat NFTs? I don't think so. This person's just they sound nice. This is a raid message, and we're gonna rate them. Please remember, I don't know this person. Be nice, behave yourselves, be normal. Please, for the love of fucking God, be normal. For fuck's sake, for once in your life. Your mother and I have spoken about this. Be normal.
Epo Dempsey roll. I know who that is.
Oh right, okay, they seem decent.
I feel like I know who that is.
All right, Gango. We are going to no peeing on the wall, Ramses. We've spoken about this. We've spoken to your school about this. So I'll see you tomorrow evening, same time, 6 p.m. I'm gonna go have my dinner. I love you all. Thanks, Cap, and thanks, Sono. And never forget,
Yeah.
fight forever. Heroes of Hope.
Heroes of
Good
Hope.
We are VR. Bye.
Thank you. You are such a motherfucker. You are such a motherfucker.